fucking doing. He just outright said it's on Israeli TV, Ynet. I believe that's the biggest Israeli media outlet, the most popular one. It's a war crime. This guy, that's what we're doing is a war crime, but we need to hide it. Dude, they know what they're fucking doing. Never believe that they don't.
The Israeli news outlet Ya'alon was speaking on. Ynet has since posted an online guide for Israeli soldiers on how to avoid arrest over...
Holy shit. The most moral army in the world needs a guide for how not to be arrested for war crimes when they go to like Thailand or something. That's insane. It's actually crazy as well that like being a member of the genocidal IDF is like so normalized in Israeli society that they would just print this in a normal news outlet. Not like a news outlet dedicated to military personnel or an internal memo. It's just in like a normal Israeli fucking publication because the spectrum of people in Israel who could be guilty of war crimes is like half the fucking population.
Overseas and what to do if that happens.
Their own soldiers have been taking to social media, going on Instagram, going on TikTok, and posting videos of war crimes. So part of the reason why Israel is in this crisis is because their own soldiers have been going onto social media and broadcasting their own war crimes.
The fact that there has been an article in one of the mainstream Israeli web portals saying, here's a guide for reservists about how to protect yourself when you go abroad, so you don't fall under threat of prosecution. This is a kind of mind-boggling thing that Israelis didn't really ever have to worry about, but those kinds of efforts to prosecute.
I mean, I think it's really interesting as well that like, it doesn't even occur to them to not travel after doing genocide and posting evidence of it. Like, it didn't even occur to them, like, you know, you don't have to go to Thailand to do sex tourism. Did you know that? You don't have to go to Brazil to, I don't know, whatever the fuck Israelis do in Brazil, but it can't be good. Like, they think the world is theirs. Israelis think the entire world is theirs. So it never would have occurred to them without articles like this that, you know, maybe you should just stay home. Maybe you don't need to travel. Maybe you don't need to do tourism. It's like such an Israeli thing for them to go and treat other countries like shit that they just have to do it. And it never even occurs to them that it might be a bad idea to do it after doing genocide.
Prosecute them have only been possible when those very same soldiers themselves have incriminated themselves in war crimes.
There's been an explicit push to delete social media posts, certain things you shouldn't say in public, which is rather startling because instead of saying, if you think that...
Arrest warrant in Brazil, if you made this bitter mistake, don't fly. The mistake being uploading videos of you committing war crimes to your fucking social media. Dude, that's crazy.
There are war crimes, you shouldn't partake in them, you should refuse. The push is, this is how you should hide them.
Have you uploaded videos from Gaza? Dude, how many articles on this have they published in the Israeli mainstream media? Does this seem like a normal society to you guys? Like, this is fucking Starship Troopers, the country. Unbelievable.
The shame isn't translated into taking action in refusing.
Haaretz podcast, you know, the famous supposedly left-leaning outlet Haaretz, they had one as well.
To partake in the genocide, but rather to sort of be ashamed that the world sees us in this position. We should hide it better.
Other changes in the Israeli media.
To them, it's not, let's stop the war crimes, it's let's hide the war crimes better.
Space includes some of the terminology now seeping into the debate. That ex-Army Chief of Staff, Moshe Ya'alon, set off shockwaves in early December by openly calling Israel's tactics in Gaza ethnic cleansing.
I like how this guy is like lauded for this, saying the obvious, like a year later, and using a watered-down term like ethnic cleansing just because he's Israeli. And he himself was also a commander in the IDF. Who knows how many babies he's massacred with his own hand and on his orders.
As if emboldened by Ya'alon, a collection of center-left voices has since...
Center-left voices. I hate this framing. I hate the lauding of Zionists. Like, they do like less than the bare minimum, and we're supposed to accept it. We're supposed to commend their bravery, give them fucking points for it. And they're special.
Some of them injecting another taboo term, genocide, into the discussion.
Who cares about discussion in Israel itself? We should be ignoring this stuff except to talk about how insane it is, honestly. This is not good framing, and I mean, it shows the limits of Al Jazeera.
International audiences have been hearing such terminology for months, a problem the Israeli government is now spending more money on. It has made a dramatic increase to its Hasbara, or propaganda budget, allocating another $150 million to target the foreign press, social media platforms, and college campuses, treating the symptoms rather than curing the disease.
Welcome to Israel.
I don't think the start.
Think about this. Like, whenever you see like the most fervent pro-Israel influencers, you know, your Drew Pavlus, they are absolutely getting paid. If not directly by some organization that receives money from the Israeli state, by like a Zionist organization that just supports Zionism and, you know, covertly pays people to post pro-Israel social media shit. There's a lot of money in it. There's a lot of incentive to do so.
Of improving Israel's image is to write a nice message, to trot out the right people who look earnest in conversation abroad.
The thing that the Israeli government wants more than anything is to bring back our people.
I don't dismiss
that's so funny. Like, we want to bring the hostages home. You know what the best way to bring the hostages home is to bomb and blow up like every single building where they could possibly be. You know what the best way to ensure the health of the hostages is? To prevent basic imports of food into Gaza, to make sure that the hostages who also eat the same food that everyone else does don't have food. It's obvious that they don't want the hostages alive. That's why they've killed tons of them, and most of the dead hostages have almost certainly been killed by Israeli bombings. Because if Israel is massacring Palestinian civilians, you can bet they're also bombing Israeli hostages.
Necessity of communication, but it has to start from a genuine change of reality and political policy.
Oh my God, fucking Zionist framing.
In terms of
we just need them to change their policy. No, this state, what's happened? This is like saying we just need to see the Nazis stop the Holocaust, and then we can have a nice little chat with them afterwards. No. We need to fight this and end it. We need to end the very ideology, the very state, the entire system that causes this, and that will cause it again. If all that you do is like, oh, it's the Netanyahu government, we need to replace them with a government that's anti-genocide.
The amount of money, the $150 million increase to what they were already going to spend on public diplomacy, it just underscores the extent of the crisis here. You can't put lipstick on a pig, and no amount of money spent on public diplomacy is going to be able to erase all of these images that people have been seeing now on social media.
The circular relation.
Though social media platforms sure are trying to stop us from seeing them, aren't they? You might have heard about Mark Zuckerberg. Like, Trump got elected and Zuckerberg's like, okay, all Meta platforms are now going to be right-wing and we're going to delete anything anti-Israel, blah, blah, blah. What a loser. But I mean, pro-Israel censorship is the norm. They always try to find excuses for it. Like, you know, if you post a video like of public journalistic interest, like an Israeli soldier shooting someone, for example, they will delete that on the basis that it's violent content and they'll ban you for it. This is how it's always been. They just come up with any sort of excuse to get rid of anti-Israel content. But I mean, yeah, it's a good video from Al Jazeera. I mean, good, I wouldn't call it good. I'd call it okay. You know, they cover what needs to be covered, but as is usual with conciliatory media, even largely anti-Zionist media like Al Jazeera, they still give way too much credence to sort of labor Zionist, left Zionist narratives, and the idea that it's just Netanyahu rather than something core to Israeli society as a whole.
Actually, wait, you love to see it. All right, so I don't really go on Instagram. So every time I find out about any Ethan Klein stuff, it's on Twitter being reposted, which I love because it makes my life easy because I don't like going on multiple social media platforms. But this person quote tweeted this other thing. Let me see. This is from October. What is this clip? from October.
I'm gonna wait to set it up. The title is correct. So obviously I'm about to have a really uncomfortable conversation. I'm gonna be factual, I'm gonna be straightforward. I'm gonna be, it's not personal. I'm gonna be, in my opinion, fair as I can be. I'm just be, title is correct. I'm gonna wait to set it up. The title is correct. So obviously I'm about to have a really uncomfortable conversation. I'm gonna be factual, I'm gonna be straightforward. I'm gonna be, it's not personal. I'm gonna be, in my opinion, fair as I can be. I'm just gonna say what I gotta say, and then I'm gonna move past it.
The post reads, Ethan Klein, do you really think putting yourself, your crew, and your audience in a semantic competition over a petty, year-old, I'm right, you're wrong obsession that you cannot get over is the right strategy? Stop tormenting yourself, man. Listen to Hassan. And then some donos are being highlighted. It says, this is incredibly distasteful. Children in hospitals are burning alive and starving to death. People are hurt and scared. Twitter is a god-awful place, and hatred is spewing in all directions. This is a bit selfish and a bit stupid. Peace and love. This is in response to his stream that he did that was titled Addressing Hassan and his community.
It's not personal.
Let me tell you something. This is the worst day that I could have had Noah and Felix on, considering that there is like an entire podcast dedicated to like how anti-Semitic I am, apparently, from my former podcast co-host.
Well, no, consider me your shield, pal.
It doesn't work that way. They don't give a shit.
What?
People don't give a shit. Tell us Jonathan Greenblatt hates you.
Damn it.
Yeah, they'll be like, oh, he brought his token or something. I know you don't do drama, but are you going to cover the shit being talked about you in a non-drama way? There's a lot of misinformation getting blasted out here right now.
I'm going to be factual.
I understand it's super awkward since it involves a friend, though, and I understand you aren't going to touch it at all. I don't know how to deal with it. What hasn't been said about me, like, at this point? I don't really know how to address it. Like, yeah, dude, if you think I'm anti-Semitic, you are insane, okay? I can't deal with someone's, like, hallucinations. All right. I don't know what to do. Get with it, baby. It is what it is. It isn't based on anything you did, so don't address it. Yeah. You said you advocate for shooting AOC. It's just
What? What?
It's really funny. Liam Payne died? What the fuck? Wait, really?
Wait, what?
That former One Direction star Liam Payne has been found dead at a hotel in Buenos Aires in Argentina. Ex-One Direction singer Liam Payne has died. He, of course, famous for being in the X Factor.
Ethan, focus on your kids, treat your obsession. A mid-2024 fallen fan. Anyways, they came back and said, Ethan, it's been more than 3 months. You're now interjecting yourself in decades-old friendships that you know nothing of. You constantly misinterpret things. Your head is at the foggiest it's ever been. I'm begging you to shut the fuck up and stop embarrassing yourself. And it's about him shitting on Caroline Kwan on his Instagram story, which is crazy, dude. It's insane to, like, become friends with someone and be friends with them for like a year or two, and then when you fall out, accuse them of being a bad friend to their friend that they've had for, what, like over a decade? It's crazy, dude. Leave her alone, get a job. Anyways, on his official story, here is Hassan laughing in her face when she's being vulnerable about evacuating after shoving a camera in her face without permission during a genocide.
It's one of those things where you don't think that it's going to be you, and then it is. Right? Like, you're paying attention to the news and you're seeing everything.
I'm sorry. I burped.
Ew.
Son, we just evacuated.
Okay, I hate you.
Son, please. Please.
That's pretty good. That's actually pretty good. Like, you either have to be disingenuous, a liar, or a friendless loser to respond, or all of them, all of the above, to respond to this clip with, hear his son laughing in her face when she's being vulnerable. Prof, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Thank you. Thank you. First of all, he wasn't laughing at her. Nice try. He was laughing at the fact that he burped in a serious moment. Second, there is such a thing as when you're hanging out with friends and they're going through something difficult or traumatic, that you joke about it. Or not about it, but like you make jokes or you lighten the mood so that it's not so heavy. And anyone who's ever had any friends ever knows this. Because the thing is, if you're currently evacuating because you're worried that...
I think Denham's just pinned his ass. Just begged him. Dude does not have friends. Not real ones. No, he has, leaving less than ever.
Your home or your apartment or whatever might catch on fire. There's nothing you can really do. Like, it's not like you can go and personally fight the fires. There's literally nothing you can do in that moment. It's out of your hands. So really the best thing that you can do is stop thinking about it. A generally good rule of thumb, chat, if you want to stay sane.
We're winning. Keep it that way.
If you're ever in a situation where you're really, really stressed out about some shit that you can't do anything about, you have to stop thinking about it. Because you're not going to feel better. And in a situation like this, honestly, laughing about someone farting or burping or some shit in the middle of a difficult conversation is probably a good thing to try and get your mind off of this serious thing that's happening. This is so parasocial to watch this or whatever, but anyways, to watch this and comment on this the way that he did. But
Giving up the lead.
It's crazy to say this, by the way. It's crazy to say this when, like, you literally laughed at Cutie Cinderella when she was talking about real trauma, and she's not your friend. And you didn't laugh because you did something inappropriate. You laughed because you asked someone to play something on a soundboard to make you laugh. So I don't know where you're getting this, like, moral high ground in general. And then doubling down and tripling down and then being like, okay, fine, sorry. Jeez. Ugh. And for anyone who's like, why, I don't understand the during a genocide thing. He's mocking, I think, Caroline and Hassan when he says this. Basically saying, like, a lot of people have criticized Ethan Klein and said, like, there's literally a genocide happening and you're sitting here mad that people are being mean to you on the internet. Like, fucking grow up, dude. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Stop using this as stop using a fucking genocide as a way to talk about how you feel. Oh, that was like spit. So when he says during a genocide, it's just a way of, like, mocking whoever he's talking about, saying, like, how dare you have fun during a genocide? How dare you care about other things during a genocide? He's just baby brain, I think. I would guess that that's what that is. Just pure, just baby brain. It's just sad, I think. Bro, it's his whole community's new meme. Anytime Hassan or an associate says anything, they all chirp with, why are you talking about X when there's a genocide going on? And, like, he's sitting here posting about this shit. Meanwhile, Hassan did like a very cool stream with incarcerated firefighters that were working actively towards helping stop the fires.
So I think it's even just that first step of like,
yeah, of course. Come over.
A lot of the guys out here who are fighting
Stand right here.
Talk to him. I just want to say hello to my daughter out there. I haven't seen her about 11 years. And yeah, I love you, baby. And hopefully I'll be out soon. And yeah, I miss you a lot. And, hey, be good out there and treat your mom right, okay? Love you.
He's doing the Lord's work. He's protecting people in California right now, every day.
Do my best.
What's your name?
My name is Salvador Serna. I'm out of Tulare County, and I miss everybody.
Can you imagine you're spending your free time getting mad about your parasocial relationship with your fucking podcast ex? Meanwhile, they're actually trying to like make the world a better place, even just by a little bit, by highlighting some of the brave people that are currently actively fighting the fires that are destroying and ravaging LA. But I'm sure he'll find a way to spin it and be like, well, actually, he was exploiting those people for content. I bet they don't even know that they're on camera and that they're being streamed. I bet they don't know. So, yeah. Well, anyways, guys. Even LSF didn't even try being that charitable. Uncharitable, yeah. When LSF has good captions for these things, like, man. When fucking LSF has a clip of Hassan and it's glazing him, bro. Anyway, stream over already? No. Truly definition of rent-free, yeah. I mean, the LSF clip is titled, Incarcerated Firefighter Fighting California Wildfires Asked to Say Hello to His Daughter That He Hasn't Seen for 11 Years. Had a friend that worked while in prison, not to this extreme, but he said it didn't matter about the money. Getting to do anything other than sit around all day was all he wanted. Yeah. Rare LSFW, yeah. You know it's fucking bad when LSF. You know you're hating the wrong person at the wrong time when fucking LSF is siding with them, dude. Oh, Christ. Anywho. On to our next story. On to our next story.
Team deathmatch. Engagement windows open. Go,
My old friend Tim Pool put me on the right path by realizing that I shouldn't be emotional in conversations about things like Tim Pool insisting that rape victims must carry
hardcore characters in the game. You would have, like, at this point, to be that high up on the ladder, we're talking about multiple thousands of maps. So just keep that in mind. So someone who's at this stage in the game would have, you know, juiced their on this character from the ground up by himself, you know. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. We haven't seen the rest of the video, right? Benefit of the doubt. He would have played like thousands of maps at this point, okay? I just want you guys to understand, this is one of the highest level hardcore characters in the game. You would have, like, at this point, to be that high up on the ladder, we're talking about multiple thousands of maps. So just keep that in mind. So someone who's at this stage in the game would have, you know, juiced their atlas, put the map in, clicked on the portal, navigated the map, clicked on loot throughout, because it's a strong character, obviously, knows how loot works. Many thousands of times to be at this point in the game. Just keep that in mind.
You are not this far in the game and you're running past Chaos Orbs! You are not no, I'm sorry, bro, there's no way. You are not leaving Chaos Orbs on AC Trade.
Exalted Orb.
Chaos Orbs are valuable.
Exalted Orb is a little more believable.
Account, bro. He has no idea what he's doing. He literally has no idea what he's doing.
But like no loot filters. Come on.
He literally has no clue what he's doing. Like this is just straight up account sharing. He picked up his first thing, which is a map. He's a new gamer. What I'm saying is like, well, no, he's not got Hoa gloves. He's not got this build. He's not doing any of this.
It's gonna be spicy.
I mean, yeah, Breach is cool.
He's clearly played and
This is a
mechanics though.
insane character that needs to be nerfed immediately.
To this point in the game,
with like the herald that chains.
Chaos Orbs on the ground. You're not playing to this point in the game. Like, you are not playing this point. He literally didn't know how to open a map.
Is he not going to the other side of the breach? What is he doing?
He couldn't open the map. He knows.
What?
He knows about the bosses. He knows about the breach.
So like the breach, it expands outward. If you can clear one area, you're supposed to like go to the other areas, so you can just, because the monsters kind of build up, and the more monsters you kill, the longer it keeps going. So like you really need to go to the other parts to kill the monsters if you're completely clear on the side of it that you're.
Ends. Okay, boss fight. Here we go. You gonna put down the bell? He does drop the bell. He is. Yeah, he's clearly played the character, so there's clearly got hours on. He has hours of playtime.
Does he though?
Mana Flask though? He's not pressing his Mana Flask. He's not pressing his Mana Flask. He's not pressing his Mana Flask. Now he pressed.
He's out of mana. He's auto-attacking. That's why the boss isn't dying. He's not pressing his mana flask. Yes. Again, guys, thousands of maps to get this character to this stage on hardcore.
Said he presses his Mana Flask.
Yeah, mana flask easy.
He does. That's the one thing he picks up his maps. Or he tries to. What's he gonna do? Oh, he's still clicking.
Oh my god, that's not how you loot. That's...
Dude, what is he doing with the map pickup? He's dragging him over, bro. What? No, dude, he's dragging him over.
Quinn's losing it.
Bro, is Joe Biden playing? What the fuck? Nah, bro. You need to have someone pilot your account. It would be so much cooler if he was just like in campaign, just kind of letting the game. Thing is, what pisses me off is,
look, I totally agree with that. Okay, like if Elon wants to be even a pretend gamer, he totally just needs to own whatever level he's on. Okay, if he's played PoE for like 2 hours, literally own it. Show us how you dodge the attacks on the Act 2 boss. You know what? That would be impressive. Okay, that would actually, because that boss is hard if you're playing like a crap warrior with no gear. Like legit, that boss is very hard. Right? So that's kind of the crazy thing about it. There's actual like really solid opportunities to show like cool content for someone who actually hasn't played the game very much. PoE 2 is exceptional at that. But yeah, like this is a disaster.
he was in that Joe Rogan podcast where you linked me the clips, chat linked me the clips, where it's bragging about how he was like, yeah, I'm the top, I'm the best.
Yeah, my
number one.
Steam name is Random9.
But clearly he's getting his shit piloted, so he's like, he's passing it off like he is playing, but he's not clearly anywhere near as good as he. Bro, there's no way this cunt is clearing. Okay, like, Watch Woody Joe play Diablo 4, right? Okay, look at the speed in which he's clearing. Now watch Woody Joe play PoE, right?
I mean, that's not really fair comparison, but yes.
What did we just witness?
Basically, Quinn is saying that someone who'd get, like I've been saying, someone who's at that point in the game would have developed some like crazy good natural efficiencies in like getting a map, rolling a map, putting it in, going through, efficient pathing, efficient use of abilities, minimal time looting. Like all those things need to come together for you to be a top player. Because it's not a game that's been out for 10 years, okay? It's a game that's been out for a few weeks, and all of the people at the top have literally spent every waking moment getting there. Okay, so the people at the top, they are playing very well. All of them. It's like a necessity of efficiency. It has to be that way. There's no doubt about that.
What the fuck did that look like an efficient gamer to you?
Yeah, we'll see. So top 10 on hardcore is very difficult.
Bro, you and no.
And I've died several times trying to get there. So
has he now?
The poor guy's boosting his account. Elon logs in for 2 minutes.
People watching the stream earlier, you saw there was like a level 96 or 95 or 96 hardcore player died. So when someone on the hardcore ladder dies, it actually announces it to everyone in the hardcore, which is kind of cool. But you know that player is like extremely good. Anyone getting above level 90 in hardcore is extremely good.
True.
And they still died.
True. Quinn's just jealous.
Quinn's patting himself on the back. Did Quinn just hit 90 today or something?
Politics and is still further ahead than him.
It's like that meme where you award yourself, like the Obama meme.
To hold a pretty good number of people simultaneously, like it's over 1 million.
Oh, you haven't got 1 million viewers right now, Elon. You haven't got 1 million viewers. You haven't got what?
Like, Quinn, what are you talking about? He clearly does, because that's what it says, all right? Why would there be any misrepresentation of this from the person who owns the platform that is totally playing his own account and character? Why would that ever be exaggerated? That just wouldn't happen. Dude, Quinn's off base here. He's totally off base.
He's lying about being top ranked. He's lying about his account, and now he's lying about how many people are watching his stream.
Yeah, we're still working on improving things for
oh my god, bro.
Game streamers.
No, that's the amount of total people have viewed the stream. That's not how many people are currently watching it. It's just not. It's not. It's literally not.
Quinn is just not familiar with numbers. He just doesn't understand. It's okay, Quinn. Don't worry about it. Oh, are we up to 1.3 million now? That's pretty impressive.
Okay, this is pretty much as hot as it gets. So level 16, Waystone. There are 4 things there.
4 things. What are those things?
Yeah, dude. 4 things. It's 4 things, dude.
So
you are not this far in the game and calling it 4 things. Stop, bro. Dude, stop. Oh my god, I literally can't.
Dude, Elon doesn't know. Elon doesn't know this. You can have up to 6 things. 6 things, guys.
Elon, bro, why have you done this to me, man? I genuinely believe that he was actually playing D4, like, and he was addicted, right? Dude, now I just think it's dude, he clearly has no idea, bro.
Okay, I saw again, like, super surface level Elon, like, streaming Diablo 4. It was a lot more convincing than this. Okay. I would say that there is a non-zero chance that Elon actually plays his own account on Diablo 4. Non-zero chance. Okay. I will give him the benefit of the doubt from the limited amount that I've seen. Non-zero. Okay. I'm not gonna go ahead and guess what the number is, but non-zero. Non-zero, he plays his own Diablo account.
100%. Some guy plays an account for him. He just logs in to do a map every now and then. That's why there's a tab called Elon's map. That's why he has no clue how to activate the Atlas or put maps in or
This
do
is
anything.
about as believable as the time Snoop Dogg was streaming the dog shit survival game while quote playing end quote.
I don't know that.
This is max difficulty on hardcore.
Oh shit! Oh shit! With no live filter, and you just leaving fucking.
If there's a way to get higher difficulty, I don't know what it is, but
Bosses that kill you in one hit. Show us a boss, Elon. Let's show us a boss. Show us your dodging skills. Okay, I want to make another point here. I'm just gonna. This one. Okay, so if you see Elon's life bar, so this means that he is life and energy shield hybrid. Basically, what this means is that things can one-shot you. Okay, like not in these maps. Those maps are like not very difficult mods, but like if you do like a boss. Like, if you are playing this game on like a minion build with 20k ES, nothing will kill you. Like, you literally have to chase the fire on like the hardest bosses in the game. You have to chase you have to like run into the dumb thing nonstop, and then you can die, right? But like this character, it's not CI and it's not like Giga ES. It's a hybrid character. So this character actually will have a little bit of a challenge playing against the pinnacle bosses. This is not a free. It has crazy damage. It has crazy clear, but it's not a free kill on the pinnacle bosses. So maybe he'll show us some of that.
Oh my God! Look at him go. He's popping off. Big dick. Max difficulty hardcore, brother. How do you see chat? Is there a way to see? Like, how do you see chat? He renamed his entire online identity around PoE2. And he keeps talking PoE2, but he doesn't even play PoE2. He just logs into some other guy's account and plays it for like an hour every now and then.
Whoa, Quinn, look.
What are you doing? Who is he convincing?
It's, you know, it's not proven beyond
NPCs.
Beyond a reason. Like, you know.
Play PoE2. Would you think this is like
I haven't seen the DNA evidence.
Why does he need to do this? Wouldn't it be so much cooler if he was just like in the campaign and be like, yeah, I've been playing PoE2, this is my guy, and it's like kind of shit or whatever. But
dude, this is literally what I said 5 minutes ago.
He's having a good time. He's saying, man, I love gaming. I relate to that so much more.
Absolutely.
I'd be like, damn, that's crazy to get time to like versus like doing this. Like a facade. Doesn't have time. It doesn't mean, what do you mean? It's gonna be he's circumventing the reward loop and he's killing the game, the fun of the game for himself. For what? Just so he can say he's good at the game whenever he's not? I don't care that he misspoke there. This is obviously a T16 plus 2. This is a tier 18. So if he was actually gaming, he would know that it's a tier 18.
So the reason why this stuff isn't hard is because he's using those gloves that give him like... Basically, it doesn't matter how much damage he deals. Every attack will one-shot every one of these monsters. And the Herald device, when one monster dies, it blows up on another monster. So when you're at that level in gear for this particular build, the more monsters they are, the faster they actually die, because the Herald device chains better, okay? You know, it's not a big deal, but I just want to throw that in there. Like, if he did a map with, as Elon puts it, one thing, if he did a one thing map, it would actually be harder for this particular build.
But he just said it's a map with 4 things on it. This is weird. It's a weird vibe, and I don't understand it. Bro, even the transparency setting on his map. Like, that's just an obvious giga red flag.
What transparency setting?
Literally the transparency setting on his map.
What's he talking about?
Like, the fact that he's got, it's... Look at his map, right? Like, dude, I can't.
Right. The key to survival is just don't get surrounded and trapped in a group of monsters. Those are my skills, basically.
Oh, he hasn't pressed tab once? I actually use corner map. My map looks exactly like Elon's. But yeah, I do press tab when I need to see a little bit more zoomed out, obviously.
More gems and skills. Blink is key.
You did press tab?
But
yeah.
I wasn't using blink before when Techius died. I wasn't using Brink properly, and I wasn't using Meditate properly. So
he wasn't using Meditate properly. That's why he died.
How many levels this guy's? Like, how many times did he have to level up? Elon, please don't log in. He's not ready yet. Elon logs in for one map, just kills the character off again.
Let's see, Virens. Well, it's a.
Oh, does he die? Oh, that would be so good.
We got into the top 100, and then
7 6 links.
I made a mistake, and he died.
Stop!
Again, 7 6 links. It doesn't. Yes, that is believable because the character that he has is like it's like top 10ish in hardcore solo self-found. 3 weeks in, you literally to be there, you'd have to play almost every waking moment, right? It's not unrealistic that he has 7 6 links. A character that, like a player that would have played that much, mostly in maps, probably would have 7 6 links. Oh, he's in trade? Okay. Hardcore trade. Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, Neuralink, we're planning to have trials in the UK this year.
Who knows, chat? Hey, Elon Musk, man, that's cringe. Not gonna lie, bro. Like, you shouldn't feel the need to just lie
8 more minutes
like that. To I don't know. I do not understand to what end. Because all it does is it makes it you're more unrelatable. Well, I guess what you do is maybe you trick really brain dead people who have no idea to thinking you're hiring in a game that they have no clue about. Which then, what does that do? That does nothing. What's the point in that? I don't know what's the point of that. So you're going to trick a bunch of boomers into thinking you're good at games whenever the boomers think the games are cringe as fucking.
Look, Quinn's a little three-head on this one. Having like an army of kind of not the brightest people around on your side is like a really big deal. Guys, dumb people don't lose arguments, okay? You can't convince them that they lose arguments. They're infallible. Obviously, Elon wants those people.
Anyway, it makes no sense, and it's cringe being a part of the community. Like, I thought it was kind of cool. I was like, oh, that's cool that Elon Musk likes D4 and didn't think D4 was like, whatever, dude. Didn't think it's that bad. And that's cool that he's actually grinding it, bro. Like, he's grinding it. Thought maybe his assistant might help and farm a few paragons.
See, Quinn had the same take on the Diablo guy. Like, it's non-zero chance it's his account.
He clearly has no idea what the fuck's going on.
Like, his Diablo gameplay was
he clearly
okay.
has no idea what the fuck's going on.
Okay.
That's a big Elon L, bro. What he is doing is he is just straight up a fraud, right? Like, he's saying he's top 100, and he's saying he's top this and top that, and it's really difficult to do that. But he, like, has no idea about any... It's not even like he's doing it convincingly. It's like some guy's buying it. No, like, he has no... Bro, he was calling it... It's got 4 things.
What is that DPS?
You're just literally getting someone else to do something in private, and then you're taking credit for it. And then you're trying to show it off like you've done that when you haven't. Stolen valor. That's what it is. It's stolen fucking valor, bro. That is giga stolen valor. And he kept repeatedly saying he was in the top.
I think the word stolen valor is mainly used for like military achievements. So I think it's not that. I don't think.
He's joking, Criff. Give him a break.
It's not valorous.
It's a joke.
To kill monsters in Path of Exile.
It's a joke, you unfunny.
100. Whenever he was not, because he was obviously getting fucking boosted by someone else. Because anyone who plays the game for more than 1 minute can understand that. Okay. And then he had the call to say also like, oh, the system's doing good. I can see we've got 1 million concurrent viewers right now, guys. When that's also just another blatant lie. And just keep doing blatant lie after blatant lie. It was just like, but no, I'm not hating. I'm just saying, I'm just calling.
So I don't know how like Twitter streaming works. I just know that like a few people I follow, they stream with like 90,000 viewers, and I go in their stream and like the chat has no history. It's not like no one's typing in chat. It's like no one has typed in chat. So like it's something definitely doesn't work like it works on Twitch.
Out as blatant lies, bro. Like if he's gonna do a blatant lie, I'm gonna be like, okay, well, it's obviously a lie. And what's sad is I would have loved, like, if Elon Musk was just playing the game legit and he was just raw dogging it legit, and I wouldn't care what rank he is in the game, what he's doing. That'd be so much cooler if it was actually him playing and actually him, you know, talking about his real experiences instead of just doing this fake acting bullshit. Like, why does he feel need to just like put up this massive facade and try and bait everyone into thinking he's some god gamer when he's actually a dog tamer? That's like, you know, I don't know what to tell you.
Whoa.
I thought, okay, he's some god gamer when he's actually a dog.
Bro, what is this map device? How do the portals go in a semicircle? I need this. What is this? Is it like the furniture thing? I didn't catch that before. It's the $480 pack. Oh, damn, that's a little expensive.
Tamer. That's like, you know, I don't know what to tell you.
What else is in it?
I thought, okay, he probably got helped out a little bit by his assistant every now and then. The reality is this. I thought there was a bar. His assistant does a lot of grinding. This is Elon here, right? And this is like his assistant or whatever, right? But actually, it's like this. This is what Elon's doing. He's got a tab called Elon's Maps that is guy puts in. And this is some, you know, some guy in fucking Asia, dude. Random guy. And then he's saying, oh, yes, I'm the top 100, my guy. I was playing it. I did all this stuff. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm the #1 guy. I'm going to go.
I'm going to have a retake. I'm going to retake Quinn's take here. This isn't a random guy. This is like a handsomely paid top Path of Exile gamer. Okay. There's definitely one winner in this situation, guys. This random guy. This guy is winning right now. Okay, he is winning. I hate to break it to you, Elon. You're not a top 100 anymore. I'm gonna need some overtime. This guy, he's got the richest person on the planet by the balls. Okay.
On a podcast, I talk about I'm the best guy in the rank 1. I'm one of the best players. What can I say? It takes a lot of skill. Whenever you have no idea what the fuck, you can't even put a map into the fucking map device. You're calling like the modifiers on the maps like things. You're getting the map tiers wrong entirely, like just straight up. Like, he clearly has no idea what the fuck's going on. Leaving chaos on the ground.
It's kind of repeating stuff now.
How are you on AC Trade getting that gear, that currency?
This is how we react. We just like repeat our points a second time.
And you don't have a loot filter.
This is how we react now.
Like genuinely, ask yourself that question. I mean, it's just not happening, bro. It is not happening. What are you trying to prove, bro? Just triggering me. I have autism. I don't like liars. I don't like people that pass shit over. It's like one of my fucking pet peeves, bro, is when people say some shit, but they're actually full of shit. Elon Musk praised himself as an amazing father by his alt account. You're an amazing father, Elon. You get to be like that. Wait, what? Oh my god, bro. Oh my.
Bro, he owns Twitter.
I really hate when people are fake and let others pilot their accounts.
Meanwhile,
this is like playing with the toys you already own.
Me get to max.
This is not an outrage, Quinn. I'm sorry.
Watch back at 126, by the way.
This is like playing with your toy trucks.
More proof he shares. He hovers over his gear.
Okay, fine. It is pretty great gear. It's could be better, but it's pretty great.
Oh, well, okay. I mean, it's an advanced barrier. Okay, with attack speed, crit damage, crit bonus. Okay, yo, just 200 divided into 2 points.
It's like a surreal item.
So you can see, like, this is.
Describe it.
This is a great staff, but it's only a level, 62 staff. Like, it's actually very hard to get equipment in hardcore.
It's only a level 62 staff. So. This item here, it's advanced, it's not expert, which affects the base damage a little bit. But these, like, affixes are, I'd hate to say perfect, but they might be perfect. It's a double % physical, high flat crit, and attack speed. I'm not sure if you want crit damage or if you want plus the melee skills. I'm not sure. The thing with Monk is a lot of the skills are not melee. Like the Herald hit is not melee. Yeah, but I do not have an item anywhere near this good. This is an insane item.
So, I know.
Why did you make
like
TTS?
Level 95. My
So the other thing is the actual fizz damage on it doesn't really do anything. The attack speed is probably the most important thing with the Hand of Wisdom in action.
staff is only level 62. So I haven't been able to find a better staff.
Okay, dude. I'm level 95. The staff is only 62. I mean, you should say it's an advanced one. Why isn't you saying it's advanced, bro? What does he say? What does he...
You know, in over 30 levels.
Oh my god, bro!
Oh, is he saying that he found this staff at level 62? Is that what he's claiming? He found this item at level 62. I don't know about you guys, but my level 62 character is only level 62 for like 9 minutes. Wow.
Oh, stop!
My helmet is level 56.
Bro!
Levels.
What's the helmet again? 413 energy shield. With life. Int, lightning, and chaos resist. Okay. It's only 56 guys.
It's 400 ES, bro. He's got a 400 ES with chaos res and lightning res helmet, bro. I've been playing this game fucking giga hard at minus 342, bro. What is he even talking about? That's a...
I think the highest ES helm I have is like 300. It's like Quinn level.
Like that's an insanely good helmet. No magic find though, bro. What's up? He doesn't need magic find because he doesn't actually loot stuff.
My helmet is level 56.
Okay, he clearly has no idea what he's talking about, right?
Amulet level 61.
That amulet doesn't look that good.
Bro.
That ring is crazy.
Bro, if he says this ring is bad, bro, I swear to God, bro.
Level 48.
There's some rarity in this one. Okay, all right.
49.
Oh my god, what is that item, dude? 500 energy shield hybrid? Oh my god. Guys, so hybrid loot in PoE 1, it's like if you have something that's evasion and energy shield in PoE 1, it's like 70% of the value of a pure energy shield or a pure evasion. In PoE 2, it's literally half. It's half. So to have a hybrid ES chest at 500 energy shield, it is equivalent to having a pure energy shield armor that has 1,000 energy shield. However, this one has an implicit modifier, so this is not even the best base for the hybrid. So this, like the affixes on this item are like getting a 1,100 ES chest on the best base. Like, I didn't even know it goes that high. Like, just like, so you guys understand where I'm at. I didn't know it goes this high, the ES on a hybrid. I've never seen one that high.
1.3k evasion. To be honest, that chest is kind of mid. That chest is kind of mid.
What?
Yeah, that chest is kind of mid. I got cast res and 1.6k evasion. Like, oh wait, his one's hybrid.
Oh, he.
Are you kidding me, bro?
Quinn lost me there for a second. He didn't see the energy shield.
What the fuck? Oh my god, this one's like twice as good as mine. But what the fuck, bro? What the fuck is this?
At least a level 75 jacket.
Jacket? I guess it's a jacket. I've just never heard anyone call a body armor in PoE a jacket, but it's a jacket with 6 things. Yeah, this is my jacket with 6 things that I use to do maps with 4 things.
At least a level 75 jacket.
Yeah. Yeah, tell us how bad the item that only drops from the highest difficulty of the hardest boss. Just tell us that it's only level 52. Did you find this at level 52? That's impressive.
Level 52 here.
Bro, Elon Musk is a fucking fraud, bro. He's a fucking fraud. But why is he's a fucking fraud, bro? He just highlighted a Hoa and said level 52. I don't know what to tell you, man. I legitimately have no idea what the fuck he's on about. Legitimately. Like, what? Like, this is crazy.
That's the best glove in the game by like a colossal. It's the most OP item in the game by a colossal margin.
His gear is fucking cracked, bro. His gear is fucking
70.
cracked.
So it's like equipment's not like, it's actually pretty low level compared to my character level, but it seems to work pretty well.
Yes.
It's because, like, the fucking eye level requirement really is not necessarily associated with how good the equipment is, and anyone who plays the game would understand that. You get like a level 28 ring, and it could be fucking crazy good.
The stats are great.
Like a unique that's level 5, and it can be integral to your build, or perhaps your Hoa gloves that you said were only level 52, which are actually like hard carrying your fucking ass, bro. Holy fuck.
Okay. That's pretty good. That was pretty good. I didn't realize the playthrough was that much of a disaster. I didn't know that. That's actually kind of insane.
I'm sorry, what? I'm telling you, dude, he just wanted to show off. He wanted to make it seem as though he was this like cool nerd, you know? That's it. I love that all of the nerds are turning on him. Yeah, Penguinzo did a 23-minute video on Elon Musk faking his Path of Exile 2 gameplay by cheating and by hiring people to play for 24 hours of the day from Asian servers. Penguinzo talked about it for 23 minutes. 23. That is insane. I just explained to you the same situation in 30 seconds. That is crazy. And the wildest part about this is not that Elon Musk has always been a con man and a charlatan who has failed upward successfully, right place at the right time, is very lucky to have all of the best people. What are you sending me? Taskid Noah, you are so close to me, man. Oh my God. Taskid Noah, an old name in the chat that hasn't been around in so long. And he is aching. He's quaking for a ban right now. He's like, oh, dude, it's been a while since I've up in the chat. He used to do this years ago, okay? New heads don't know. Taskid Noah used to do this years ago. And he is finally back in the chat. Look, he's still doing it. He's still doing it. Look, look, look. Take a day off. Yes, I used to yell at him weekly. All right, give me the, I can't believe this is the first and last time I'm ever gonna say this. Give me the Quinn 69 video, the original one. Yeah, my man was so obviously cheating.
I have a lifetime of playing video games. At one point I was, maybe one of the best Quake players in the world.
You're actually like a world-class, incredible video game player.
Yeah.
Paragon board and the build, you're also...
Yeah, we know he's not an incredible video game player because we remember his Elden Ring build. He was fat rolling with 2 shields for no reason. Also, Crip did a video as well that's probably even better. I saw the Crip TikTok as well. Anyway, my point is, it's funny to me that all of the regular incompetence of Elon Musk is not what did him in. It's this. It's literally this. Like, a guy like Quinn69 is slated to love Elon Musk. I feel like Quinn69 carries himself in a way where he is like the highest likelihood to fall victim to a crypto scheme. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know anything about him aside from the fact that he's Kiwi, okay? And I suspect he is the type of dude, if I think of like who's the type of dude that loves Elon, it's a Venn diagram of a circle when you think about the people that are most likely to fall to cryptocurrency schemes. And Quinn is in the center of that circle. For me, The fact that this actually got Quinn off the Elon train is hilarious.
An innovator there.
Yeah, I've played a lot of video games.
You think about like StarCraft, any game where a lot of people are playing. To rise to the top, you have to be exceptional, period, as a human being.
Yeah.
There has to be something exceptional about you.
Yeah.
Are you in the top 20 in the world or the top 20 wow, in Diablo?
Yeah.
Shooting rockets into space, making e-vehicles, starting a new department of the government. I actually let myself think maybe he actually is an alien because there's just no way, unless he's paying people to do it for him, which obviously he's not.
So let's start off with some context. Elon.
Yo, I'm a 6,000 plus hour Poe player, and I watch Quinn from time to time. He used to love to do it, but the account piloting really pissed Quinn off. I love that.
Elon Musk's character is currently level 97, aka rank 12 on hardcore, that's permanent death mode, trade league. Let me try to give you a quick understanding as to how hard it is to get to that level. 2 weeks into the league, when people are playing the game, literally they're staying up 40 to 50 hours without sleeping, only playing Path of Exile, and they are the most try-hard guys in the world. The highest ranked player on the hardcore trade league was level 93. Okay, and you're thinking about yourself, that's kind of close to 97. Every time you level up, it becomes exponentially harder to gain experience. A lot harder and a lot harder. Okay, so these players, to get to 97, have to be playing the game every day for the majority of their day. Currently, what is their highest ranked player? They're level 97, same as Elon Musk. So, I mean, he effectively has been playing, pretty much just doing nothing except playing Path of Exile. So let's just go over some of the things that happened. So right away, we see Elon zone into his hideout, which is the area you do in-game content from. And he opens up his bank, and he goes to a tab called Elon's Maps, which immediately is a little bit of a red flag because I don't know why you would refer to yourself in third person, but okay, he does that. Elon Musk didn't play Path of Exile 1. In Path of Exile 2, maps are actually called waystones. And he never actually refers to them as maps. He calls them...
Play another round here. This is a hard level, Waystone.
So it's just kind of weird that he's, again, called his tab Elon's Map. So almost like someone who's a Path of Exile 1 veteran, you know, is kind of making that tab and be like, Elon, you know, there's a tab there called Elon's Maps. Grab your map out there. I've rolled them all for you. They're nice and easy. He then proceeds to walk up to his map device and go to put a map in. The literal first thing you learn upon getting to the end game is how to operate this map device. You're going to start off at a node, and then from that node, you can go to adjacent connected maps. Now, Elon, he's trying to click.
Oh, he's trying to do the map that's not in the chain.
It's just...
Dude. This is why I downloaded Path of Exile and never played it. One, because I'm not a real gamer, but two, like, even portaling to a map is an arduous, multiple-pronged, multiple tree option process. How? It's just like, it doesn't make sense. It is literally so scary. The skill tree is why I've never touched Poe, okay? You would have fun in the campaign. It's really not that bad. This is endgame. You don't even get here until 50 hours in. It's good. You know nothing. Don't shit on Poe. No, I don't know anything. And that's why I'm saying I'm too stupid to enjoy it. But then you got this guy enjoying it. And it's not like he's a beacon of intellect. So I don't know what it is.
Just clicking a map repeatedly trying to access it. He was not eligible to enter that map.
I just want you guys to understand, this is one of the highest level hardcore characters in the game. He would have played thousands of maps at this point.
Anyone who's level 97 is, and you know, we're talking one of the most efficient players in the game, period. There is no way you would do that. You why just like sitting there like some sort of geriatric old man clicking this node expecting something to happen, and then he finally kind of gives up after a while and then realizes his mistake. We then get a look at his inventory. So Elon Musk is stuck going into the map and with full bags. If you're an efficient player, you're going to clear a map, you're going to loot the valuable items, you're going to go in and you're going to take those items and you're going to basically look through the good ones, keep the good ones, list them up for sale, and then truck away the trash ones. It's almost like he has no understanding as to like what items are or what you're even supposed to do with them. So now Elon zones into the map.
Yo, it's here.
So what I've been doing here is just boosting my shield before battle by meditation. Meditation before battle is always good.
And he starts killing monsters. He starts obliterating monsters with his character. But what becomes obviously apparent
Chaos Orb, no loot
Loot
filter.
filter is like, no, he's just running past Chaos Orbs. He just ran past the Chaos Orb.
Chaos Orbs are one of the most important currencies, and they're also really rare. I have about 140 exalts. I have like 9 Chaos Orbs, just so you guys understand.
So in Path of Exile, the devs are these evil guys, and they talk about feeling the weight, and they effectively just drop tons and tons of items, and you have to know what to pick up. So what GGG have done, the people who make the game, they've made this system called loot filters, which gets rid of 90 to 95, even in some cases, like we're talking 98% of all loot that drops, because otherwise your screen is just cluttered. And you won't even notice when you get a good drop. It's unfathomable for someone to be in the top.
I'm sorry, what? Chatters that are like, bro, you have to try Path of Exile. You have to try Path of Exile. You have to be on... Dude. What the hell am I looking at? That's without the loot filter, dog? So the raw game? This is the raw output of the game? Wait till you see the skill tree I have. You can't call it a tree. It's a skill forest. It's not a skill tree. It's a skill continent.
Be in the top ranks without loot filter. Yet Elon Musk, the god gamer, he doesn't play with a loot filter. The only thing Elon does pick up are maps, because the default in-game loot filter highlights those things are worthless. The actual items of value that he should be picking up, that he would have had to pick up in order to get the gear, leave it on the ground. Anyone who's been playing the game and is a complete expert, we're talking he's cleared thousands of maps, he's been playing that character for hundreds of hours, he's going to be pretty damn good at, playing the character. He gets to the boss, he's fighting the boss, and I want to say for about 10 seconds, he sits there and he's out of mana. Mana is a resource in this game where you need it in order to use your abilities. He just sits there, default attacking the boss without activating his mana flask. Anyone who's played the game and understands the character would understand, like, oh, I'm not doing any damage because I'm out of mana. Elon Musk takes 10 seconds. He then goes on to loot items off the ground. He starts to...
Did he kill him? Did he kill him, though? I'm on Elon's side on this.
Dragging them into his bag. Like, I don't even know how to describe to you how painful that is to anyone who actually plays the game. And his bags are full, and he just keeps clicking it over and over and over again. Nobody, not even people who are kind of noobs at the game, do this. I don't even think Elon Musk has done the campaign, honestly. Like, just based on what I'm seeing in terms of the gameplay. His settings on the map transparency are turned on by default. His life values are turned on. All these basic settings that anyone in the top 100 would do, he is not doing. Maps can effectively have different content on them, and that content will be signified by icons on the map. So it could be a map which has an...
He bought such good / rare gear, he can't really die.
Expedition in it, a breach in it, or it could be corrupted. Elon starts looking through the atlas, and he finds a map with, I kid you not, 4 things on it.
There are 4 things there. So this one has a real risk of dying.
4 things. What are those things?
God, dude. 4 things. It's 4 things, dude.
This one has a real risk of dying.
Not far in the game and calling 4 things. Stop, bro. Dude, stop. Oh my God.
His character died yesterday at rank 7. Wait, this character? Isn't this like 97? Or did they nuke his account because he was cheating? I love that these nerds. Wait, did he die on stream? Rank 7 on the ladder. Oh. On the leaderboard. Wait, did he die on stream? Wait, so he died off stream? He probably executed the bot farm in China. He probably flew out to China and individually killed every single person that caused his booster, that caused his account to die. I wonder how much money he spent. Because, like, these aren't regular boosters. Like, these guys are, they have to be cracked, right? Or is it multiple, you think? And they're running, like, 8-hour shifts so that he can always be on. Because I know he was on 24 hours pretty much. Like, you would have to get multiple pros. You'd have to get multiple pros to be able to boost like that. He was rank 7 on the ladder. The character died. Assumed Elon logged in and killed the character. I feel bad for the Chinese guy that invested hundreds of hours. Nah, they probably got paid, dude. In the game, you could just stand there while people kill.
Surely can't. He then goes on.
The account died while Elon was giving a speech in Germany. Oh my God, the account died while he was literally talking to the AfD Nazi, talk about how Hitler is actually secretly a communist. Is that when the character died? Because that's so poetic. That's so funny. What a dip.
On to say,
This is max difficulty on hardcore. If there's a way to get higher difficulty, I don't know what it is, but this is everything maxed out.
Path of Exile has boss fights and end-game bosses, which are quote-unquote difficult battles, which Elon actually did do in one of his streams, where he just went into the end-game boss and died repeatedly to it. Maps are just farming. You go into maps and you farm them for loot and experience. They're not the most difficult battles, and I don't...
Wait, so when you die, you can still resurrect? Like, you don't lose your character in hardcore? How does that work?
I don't know if he's trying to deceive people watching a stream into thinking that he's doing some insanely hard thing, whenever he's literally doing something you do to effectively grind or farm. And if you thought this was bad, I did not even get to the worst part. In Path of Exile, gear has requirements to equip it, but that has nothing to do necessarily with how good it is. For example, one of the most powerful and best items in the game is a level 1 required to equip staff, which is maybe, I think, even the most meta build in the game right now. It's super, super broken, insane damage. And Elon Musk starts going over his gear.
This is a great staff, but it's only a level, 62 staff.
His weapon is, I kid you not, one of the best, if not the best staffs on the entire hardcore trade league. You cannot even buy it. Insane weapon.
These affixes are... I'd hate to say...
Elon has admitted he takes the NSAM patch. It's the same ADD medication SBF took. I don't think Elon sleeps at all. If you think Elon played any part of this game, aside from when he was streaming it, you are the funniest person on the planet. No, dog. He did not spend 24 hours. Crip explains this very well, where there are API tools out there where you can literally know whenever any particular character is logged on. And obviously, considering that he's rank 7 on the planet, there were a lot of people, once they figured out this was Elon's character, that were literally constantly tracking his character. He was on in Asian servers virtually every single moment of the day. So no, I don't think Elon was constantly flying to Asia or using a VPN to log in through Asian servers. VPN, bro. Okay, dude, you're delusional if you think that he was doing that. And it's not just like a simple way to get a bunch of dumb nerds to believe him until, these nerds were like, dude, there's no way you are, you've achieved this level of success. Tracking his PoE character did more damage than his PJ flights on Twitter, Lamau.
Perfect, but they might be perfect.
Just the PvP. Have you seen his Elden Ring build? That's not him. Exactly. I believe he actually played Elden Ring because his build was trash. But he also was not like putting out impressive stuff on Elden Ring. Here's the ladder. Top PoE players the top PoE players who sleep 3 hours a day haven't even reached 100. There's no way Elon himself would level 90 plus by himself. I'm telling you, dude, he just wanted to show off. He wanted to make it seem as though he was this like cool ass nerd, that's it. Yeah, also a VPN from Asia to the United States is also stupid as hell. He wanted the extra ping.
PS criteria on trade, we can see there's literally one staff in existence on the entire market. Not only does Elon have a staff that you can't even buy, but it's so good that second best one, which is missing 2 of what makes
the hit job
a staff so powerful
metal,
for an invoker, which
I
is a
think
crit
it's
bonus.
his hand job.
It's still 20 divines, and
sorry,
that's obviously very expensive.
Here I am, like level 95. My staff is only level 62. My helmet is level 56.
Int, lightning, and chaos resist. Okay. It's only 56.
Amulet level 61. Ring is only level 48, 49. At least a level 75 jacket.
It's a jacket with 6 things. Yeah, tell us how bad the item that only drops from the highest difficulty of the hardest boss. Just tell us that it's only level 52. Did you find this at level 52? That's impressive.
Level 52 here.
They can only ever be level 52. Bro, Elon Musk is a fraud, bro.
Pretty low level compared to my character level, but it seems to work pretty well. In softcore, you can get much better equipment.
In order for him to have insane gear, he has to understand how the economy works. He has to be basically trading.
Anyone who's played Path of Exile to the end game in a trade league knows that you have to trade in order to obtain what looks like some of the best gear pieces in the entire game. If we look at some of these player accounts, we can see what they have for trade. 700 plus items for sale, multiple divine items. You can see hundreds of divines worth of listed items. This is also some of going from the top 10 at rank number 4, Focus here, worth
There's nothing funnier to me than this being what destroyed Elon's reputation with Quinn. Like, Crip is smart, right? I'm sure he wasn't like a big fan of Elon to begin with. But Quinn is exactly the type of dude who loves Elon. Asmon too. Wait, what is... Yeah, Crip and Quinn are basically on the two separate parts of the spectrum of people who play Path of Exile. Like you... Quinn is also smart when it comes to this game. Yeah, he just maxed out
yes,
on
Matt,
being
see,
smart
we
in
are
this
Squid
game.
Gaming this one.
And it took away from all of the other aspects of his life where he's also
Pretty
supposed
sure
to be
you're AI.
smart.
I feel bad to say
Asmon
it.
knows about it, and Asmon is on him too. Oh, that's so funny. I love that all of the nerds are turning
I can
on
ask you
him.
questions.
divines alone. This is the
It
number
weirds
one
me
guy.
out,
You can
Matt,
see
see?
hundreds of
Peace and
divines,
love.
again, worth of
I hope
items,
I'm wrong.
multiple
I think
mirrors,
you're
all
AI.
these players. If we go to...
Normie viewer here, what's the aim of him pretending
And I
to know a
hate
video game so
robots,
much?
bro.
It's to get
You're a
like
robot, you gotta get out of my chat.
sweaty
Love you, peace
nerds to
and
be sweaty nerds. Like Elon loves presenting himself as this like deity of all nerds, like the patron saint of nerds. So this gives him in his mind nerd cred, okay, street cred, nerd clout. Oh, he's such a big gamer. He loves Diablo. He was so good at Diablo. He's so good at Path of Exile. It's even a harder game than Diablo. And it's just like he's just an insecure man, and everything that he does is to serve that insecurity. And once you recognize that, a lot of the puzzle pieces fall right into place.
Elon's account, he's got only 21 items for sale, and they're all absolute garbage. It's clear he's really not making much money, or any money at all. So something I did notice last week, I did the same search because I was curious what he might have been selling, and I grabbed the screenshot which I shared to my Discord, and
Ooh,
it's
that's
this
fun.
really crappy
what an
crossbow
asshole.
for 18
Look at this.
divines. So why is it listed for 18 divines, and where did it go? Is it possible he vendored it? Yes. Why was it listed for 18 divines? I don't really know. I don't want to fuel any conspiracy theories, but I have been made aware that RMT, typically they use legitimate listings that are far overpriced, and that is how they mask the transaction as legitimate. So if he were to buy 18 divines for, $100 US or whatever, he could have done so through this listing.
And if you needed any more proof that Elon is 100% boosted, he was playing the game today inside of maps, blasting.
RMT is real money trading. He's using real money to purchase in-game weapons, which is a big no-no because it's pay to win.
While simultaneously on a X space talking to like some far right-wing part of some German government, I don't know, some political bull. Okay, I guess he's just that much of a god gamer.
RIP Elon F. Elon, no, that's Elon Lamau. Back to the beach, bozo. RIP Bozo F. Get Elon's slave. Yeah. You think Elon killed the booster? I hope not. I hope he didn't kill his booster.
Beginning capture. Oi, enemy grenade.
You feel like you've been outcast by the left, or whatever like the media representation of the left is.
They're not the left. I'm the left.
Killer
Look, the
force.
idiots are making everyone think they are the left. They're like, we're the left, we're the real left. Okay, we are super extreme. We want free surgeries for every criminal. Yes, we're the left. And oh, Nazi, 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 Nazi. So if you say you're right, Cenk, those are the extreme idiot left.
I don't
and
think
you
that
are
they're
the
the
left, then
extreme-
I'm okay.
No.
I think Cedars are.
Losing B. Lost B. Deploy watchdog kilo on my grid. Damn it, we've lost the lead. Take it B.
Now, if you've actually watched Caleb Morpan's video, it is true that he spends a very disconcerting amount of time associating with people with bad views, but he doesn't actually express those views himself. Or maybe he does on Russian irredentists, and maybe he's a bit of a Duganist there, I'm not sure. But in terms of his plan for the USA, it's not very Nazbol-y at all. Caleb Morpan, if you actually watch what he has to say, which you shouldn't, don't do it, just take it from me. It's more than enough engagement with Caleb Morpan. He doesn't deserve your engagement. His ideas aren't exactly incredibly serious. What he wants is essentially like the USA to return to being like FDRism, like Franklin D. Roosevelt, you know, massive government like job programs and an economic bill of rights and stuff like that. And he wants that to be like combined with like essentially a sort of not really isolationist, but like isolationist in terms of imperialism, foreign policy. Like he doesn't want the US to do any imperialism anymore. He wants to do it to indigenous people in the USA. Don't get me wrong. He wants them to be colonized still. But he doesn't want to do it to other countries at least. Like that's bad. That's definitely nowhere near my ideal. But it's still far better than what the USA is now, both for the people within it and without it. And it's also far better than what your generic so-called left-wing, really liberal screamer like Vosh, who hates Caleb Morpan, wants. At the end of the day, what they advocate for results in Joe Biden being like a fucking cyborg and ruling the USA until the end of time. And, you know, they still want the USA to do imperialism. Vosh has recently gone on record saying that he wants the CIA to do a coup in Russia to install a US puppet government. So, you know, we're not exactly talking about two people with great ideas here, but between those two sorts of ideas, like the liberal, oh, let's work within the Democratic Party and never get anything done ever while we attack any designated US enemy nations and legitimize US imperialism as much as possible. And Caleb Morpan, who's like, okay, let's just fucking resurrect FDR and stop doing imperialism as much. Caleb Morpan is obviously better. So I gotta give him that. I gotta credit Caleb Morpan. His vision for the USA is legitimately better than most of his opponents. It's not even a good or a great vision. It's not communist, it's not socialist, it's not anarchist, it's not anything really left. It's just like isolationist social democracy with more government like job initiatives than you would normally expect a social democracy to have, and perhaps less neoliberalism and imperialism. But yeah, so Caleb Morpan is better. His politics are legitimately better than those of his opponents, and that's sad because his politics are obviously very bad, and I've explained why many times on this channel. It's absurd and a joke that like fucking liberals who are like, vote for the Democrats, vote Joe Biden. I'm an anarchist, vote Joe Biden. He he he. Stop insulting Joe Biden. I want the USA to invade Russia. Ha 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 ha. Now those kinds of people dare to call Caleb Morpan a Nazbol when they're essentially like members of a genocidal blood cult, which is the US and its imperialism. They lust for non-white blood. They lust for third world blood, and they dare to say that Caleb Morpan is a Nazbol, like he's any worse than they are. They're both bad, but he's not worse than they are. That's the truth.
The Coyote does it like 3.5. Let's see. 2024 Mustang GT 0 to 60. 2024 Mustang GT 0 to 60.
Damn, we got some Caleb Morpan.
Socialism now!
Holy shit! Look at these fucking people! Guys, socialism now! We're gonna walk through the streets and say socialism now while everyone walks past us and wonders how the fuck we exist.
Socialism now! Socialism now! Socialism now! Socialism now! Socialism now! We are! We are! We are!
Excuse me. Caleb Morpan is building a cult of moronic fucking white Sharon Americans. This is like the left-wing version of the fucking Nick Fuentes walking through the halls at that conference. Where is it? This is the left-wing version of this.
I think 2020.
Yeah. Groypers are in the building. Why are they just chanting that like their fucking name? Honestly. Let's flip and go. Let's flip and go.
This is what real American patriots look like.
Is this what real if this is what real American patriots look like, real American patriots absolutely
like
fuck,
douchebags.
dude. Wow.
Thank you.
Unchained.
America first, Donald Trump. Like, when I saw that the start of that Caleb Morpin clip, this is immediately what I thought of. The same thing with less people. America first, Donald Trump. Just everyone, say your favorite words all at once.
We want America. Yeah. We got the whole posse. Nick.
Have you ever look at this kid. Holy shit, look at that kid on the right. Holy shit. That's a genuine 12-year-old boy. That is a genuine fucking 12-year-old boy right there. Little baby fucking boy walking through the Conservative Political Action Conference talking about flipping going and groypers and yelling about Donald Trump. And it looks like he's having the time of his fucking life. I don't know.
Where are we going?
I'm confused.
Where is it?
There's a barbecue behind them if you guys wanted to
We're
know.
walking miles. This is Groyper HQ.
This is Groyper HQ. He's a genuine baby boy.
Beginning of our Narcos journey. This is based?
This is based?
Yo, it's America first. It's white boy summer. White boy summer. Let's flipping go. Yeah.
This is just sad. Look at that, like the guy in the middle there. This is like the guy who wears a full suit and tie to his Economics 101 class. You know exactly what I'm fucking talking about. If you've ever been to like any university ever, you've seen this guy in your campus.
No, don't worry.
This is unbelievable stuff.
Where is?
Where is what?
It's in over there. Where is Matt Schlapp? Are you Matt Schlapp?
Got to channel that inner Joker energy.
I'm Nick Swenson. Yes.
In the flesh.
I'm the Groyper. Hey, is that Zach Patricia?
Just chanting their fucking name, man. So that's the vibe that I was getting from this.
Socialism now. Socialism now. Socialism now.
Except these people are like 40-year-old children instead of actual children.
Socialism now. Socialism now. We are city builders. We are city builders. We are city builders. Louder. We are city builders. We are.
I think this is actually worse than the random laughers like walking through the street with fucking Gonzalo posters on May Day in the US.
City builders. We are city builders. CPI. 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 Welcome everyone.
This is America.
Home to make our destiny.
Are they fucking singing?
As Lennon taught us how to make our destiny. Ho Chi Minh and Castro too can make the whole world see.
Is this a song that they made themselves or is this an actual song? It doesn't sound like an actual song.
That our fight is all the same, whether black or Asian or white.
What kind of a fucking line is
They
that?
definitely made this themselves. No question.
All good people must fight.
This was made by
Honestly, how are they
Stevie Nicks
comfortable
fans for
Beria?
sure. Old
Stalin
girl,
Beria
right,
Gulag.
Jesus, Stevie
How are
Nicks.
they not uncomfortable doing this? Do they feel no shame?
No,
But
they
I'm
have
sorry, I
Shan,
don't
don't
care
worry.
if
They're
you're a
just-
socialist or a
This
capitalist.
ideology
doing
will
this.
do it to you.
This is how you get people to laugh at you, okay?
We are revolutionaries, and we'll fight for justice and liberty today. Oh, we are.
Wow, he did some real editing here. Now he's got the fucking song playing over them, walking through the street, holding the Center for Political Innovation banner. Oh my god. I feel bad for these people.
Revolutionaries, and we'll win the battle.
That in China, the life expectancy in 1960 was 43. Today, it's 76, I believe, or 77.
Woo, life expectancy, yeah. Woohoo! That's me when I hear about life expectancy going up.
Yes. As people know, China made a...
Look at this shit and tell me this is not like some settler colonist bullshit, right? Look at we need a government of action to fight for working families. Like, come on. This is like some Hui Long sort of shit.
commitment to end extreme poverty by 2020, and they deployed 2.9 million people, not to mail people checks, but to run around, go to the places where people have been impoverished for generations.
That may have been the greatest ever Molotov fucking throw in the history of Call of Duty. That was gorgeous. That made me cry inside. Where are these guys? And Skyline. 4 doors where the action's at. Hey. Oh, what? Come on. Shit.
And discover what makes them poor, and then tackle it.
They define their poverty line by pure income, actually. I wonder if even like one person joined up with them here. Like they even managed to recruit one person doing this.
Jamie Dimon is so damn wrong.
Excuse me?
Exploiting workers and making them lose their home.
What is Jamie Dimon? Or Jamie Dimon or Diamond? Which was it? American billionaire. Jamie Dimon is so wrong. I agree. But do you really need to like write a song about how wrong he is? I think that's a pretty lame thing to write a song about and sing to like 4 people in a park. Crowds are gathering. Crowds are gathering to watch the fucking musical performance.
The banks are the ones who should be foreclosed.
Yeah. Ooh. So there's like one guy on socialism with Chinese characteristics sign duty, and there's like 3 people on the big banner duty, and then there's like 2 or 3 people like on the main stage. Then there's the guy holding the camera. So maybe like 8 people.
Wall Street for working.
Oh, and then there's the guy with the cowboy hat and some random badges.
Yeah. Nationalize Wall Street for working folks.
What does nationalizing Wall Street mean? I don't think they thought that line through very much. I think you would want to abolish Wall Street. I'm not sure that having like a street specifically dedicated to like the fucking evils of financial capitalism is something that you want to maintain. I think it's something that you might want to get rid of entirely.
So I propose that we build a new type of common sense for the 21st century. That we fight for the Bill of Rights, an economic Bill of Rights that was proposed by FDR, finished a New Deal, so that we may be on the road to socialism in our lifetime.
So the road to socialism is to take a reformist path that was specifically designed to stunt any possibility of socialism. I'm learning a lot about socialism today thanks to Caleb Moorepoint. Caleb Morepoint is based, if you ask me. Yeah!
Now, if you're a parent, then your child doesn't have proper clothing, and it's wintertime, and they're coming to school without proper
This is the main
clothes,
stage.
you can be arrested. Why?
Wait, why is it frozen? Is the image frozen? Or is...
Maybe on the road to socialism in our lifetime.
Yeah!
Woo! Now, if you're a parent, then your child doesn't
So Caleb Morepoint is speaking, but for some reason the image is frozen.
have proper clothing, and it's wintertime, and they're coming to school without proper clothes, you can be arrested. Why? You're gonna be
This is the
charged.
main event, man. Why did they have him on camera duty the whole fucking time? I'm here for Caleb. I'm not here for these other people playing fucking the worst songs imaginable.
We at the Center for Political Innovation say it's time that instead of having a government that sits on its hands, what Roosevelt called do-nothing government,
See, it's just Roosevelt. Nothing but fucking Roosevelt.
it's time that we have a government of action that fights for working families.
He said the phrase, a government of action that fights working families.
Roosevelt
You said it.
do-nothing government. It's time that we have a government of action that fights for working families.
Like the point of reference is Roosevelt, who was an explicit anti-communist, who did his reformism, you know, to protect the U.S. from the potential of like socialist revolution. And that's this guy's reference point. This guy who like always attacks other people for not being the pure, true Marxist anti-imperialist revolutionary that he is. But his point of reference is a fucking anti-communist.
They never stood a chance.
Socialism now! Socialism now! Social City now! Socialism now!
Yeah, that's
Nothing government.
Socialism now.
Socialism now!
Socialism now. Socialism now. Socialism now. Do we have socialism yet? Socialism now, please. Well done, comrades. Caleb, this is genius. We need more in advance info. Is there a better recording of the song than this? It's catchy. No, it's not. Who are you? Are you a human being? I do not fucking believe you. My suggestion is that if you want more people to become socialists, you should specifically not like walk through the streets with like a group of like 8 losers chanting phrases about how you need socialism and then giving like an hour-long speech in a park to 5 people about how much you love Franklin D. Roosevelt. That's probably a good idea, if you ask me. Unless you just
So anyway, let's get into the receipts. Genuinely, I think the only thing that could prevent me from considering legal action, he needs to make a TikTok apologizing and admitting he lied on his TikTok. You have to say, "I lied about you." Because let's get to the receipts, you guys.
I can't watch. Just can't. So infuriating. Ooh, what's this about? Yo, what's up, Paige?
Dear Ethan Klein, you can't litigate public opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Ethan Klein, a content creator who I have had a huge disdain for since the beginning of time, has recently been caught up in numerous different controversies that more recently have shifted into tense political territory. A brief TLDR on this is that Ethan Klein is Jewish and his wife is Israeli. His wife, Hila Klein, who runs the company Teddy Fresh, once worked for the IDF. Since the more recent popularization of the Israel versus Palestine genocide, and I'm calling it a popularization because this has been going on for quite some time now, I think it's like over 70 years, Ethan Klein's views on Israel, Palestine, Hamas, October 7th, as well as the fallout between him and his once friend Hassan Abi, of which they both had a podcast called Leftovers together, has kind of divided and split his audience, leading to Ethan Klein losing quite a few subscribers as well as alienating himself within the YouTube community. Now, let me make this clear. People are 100% entitled vital to their opinion, as well as Ethan Klein. So today, I really don't want to delve into the politics of it all, because quite frankly, I know where I stand and I don't feel like I need to qualify that to anyone. Free Palestine until the wheels fall off. However, Ethan Klein has been extremely vocal about his position, to the point that it has become a place of contention for quite a lot of his viewers, and has caused him to lose a lot of fans that have now landed themselves on the H3 Snark Reddit. The H3 Snark Reddit is a Reddit that was formed around the time of the Trishy Land saga. If you are unaware of the Trishy Land saga, as well as the Trishy's Fishies, Frenemies 3, Frenemies 15, and how the fallout of the Frenemies podcast literally birthed this subreddit as a direct response to the harassment that Trisha Paytas has faced at the hands of Ethan Klein's audience. I have about 50-11 videos, girl. I'll put a playlist somewhere on the screen. I have 50-11 videos. If there is one thing I have been consistent of, it has been my disdain for Ethan Klein, okay? But essentially what I'm saying is that there is a whole lore that surrounds this whole situation, but I felt like it was important to know that Ethan Klein's most recent discussion surrounding Israel and Palestine has definitely seen an increased boost in the H3 Snark Reddit, one that I have not seen before. Because again, he is creating a lot of quote-unquote fallen fans. However, in my last Ethan Klein video, which I think was about 2 months ago, we left off talking about the Jimmy Lee situation, a member of Ethan Klein's goof gang who was found.
Yo, I've never heard the English accent sound so good. Like, wow. That's what I'm gonna say. I don't want to say any more than
to have been having some inappropriate relationships with some of Ethan Klein and the H3 fans, as well as a staff member. The situation got so bad that Dan screamed at him on the podcast, and Ethan Klein said something to the effect of, "I was trying to protect you." And a lot of people were questioning, why are you trying to protect an alleged predator?
You call dudes sexy when you
hit on girls. I'm married.
You're a liar. You're lying.
Okay.
You're straight up lying, dude. You are a liar.
I'm sorry, Jimmy. This is why I didn't want. I was protecting. I was protecting you.
Yeah.
Well, little did we know 2 months ago that Jimmy Lee would become somewhat of an instrumental part of the present and current drama. So, as you guys know, Ethan Klein, H3 podcast, everyone, including myself, girl, I've been away for a hot minute. We all take a break around Christmas time. Everybody's got to take a break. However, during Ethan Klein's break, he ended up having 2 very notable videos become popular and start discussion on social media about the integrity of Ethan Klein. We have Aubrey, a TikTok content creator who is a little person, who speaks retrospectively about his appearance on the H3 podcast and how he felt that he was used as a joke and a bit. And then we have Mika's Rhetoric, who made a video that didn't become popularized until Nicholas Diorio began to speak about it. And Nicholas Diorio has been sucking the actual skin off Ethan Klein's peen. And no, that's not a circumcision joke. It is Nicholas Diorio literally having the mouth of a Dyson Hoover. Now, Ethan Klein claimed in his hiatus that he was going to be destroying these content creators when he returns. However, I couldn't help but be left with the feeling that Ethan Klein was speaking about these controversies that, quite frankly, are just mundane and boring in nature. Like, oh, somebody made a critique video about me and I don't like it, so I'm going to talk about them. Where? To steer attention away from a very hypocritical situation that Ethan Klein has found himself in, which honestly is more questionable when it comes to Ethan Klein's morality and integrity, and the literal brand that he built himself on, that he built his channel on, that he saved YouTube copyright policy with. Hey, hi. So it's literally like several hours later, and I've been editing, as you can see. I look crazy, I look raggedy, but I completely forgot to tell you that I'm launching something. In a couple of weeks, we're thinking towards the end of January / the beginning of February, I am launching my very own podcast. I have a team, I have a co-host, like the whole nine, the whole shebang. I'm super duper excited to bring this to you guys. It's been a project that I've been working on for like a long while now, and it's literally just been a long process of finding the right people to help me out. We have correspondents who are literally going to be dialing in to be a part of the podcast so that you guys can hear from other people too. And hopefully, fingers crossed, in the near future, we'll be able to do loads of different interviews, because I feel like when I interview people, that is literally where I shine. So the podcast will be called The Paige Christie Show, and I really hope you guys will support and tune in. All of the details for that is on my second channel, which is linked in the description box down below. So if I've been MIA on any platforms that you guys regularly see me on, sorry Twitch family, it's literally because I have been working on this other project so that I can bring you guys even more content on a weekly basis on a second channel. I'm so excited. So yeah, tune in to the Paige Christie Show, and you know, because I'm a Virgo, the quality, it's gonna be top tier. So I'll see you there. This video will be chaptered, structured, as well as have a Google document in the description box down below for you guys to take a look at, so you can see what me and my researchers have been able to find. I don't usually link the Google Docs it is that we use. However, I really don't want Ethan Klein to be able to use this as an opportunity to either say that my content is sloppy, like he did to Mika's rhetoric, that it lacks structure, like he did to Mika's rhetoric, or that it's not researched, like he did to Mika's rhetoric. So let's take a look at the current drama with Ethan Klein and how he is abusing copyright law in order to silence his critics. In today's video, dear Ethan Klein, you can't litigate public opinion. Okay, so as we know, the H3H3 podcast took a short hiatus around Christmas time. I imagine to spend time with your family, all of that good stuff. And during this hiatus, a content creator called Aubrey Smalls, who describes himself as a historian as well as a filmmaker, with a TikTok following of over 180,000 followers, made a video speaking about an experience it is that he had on a podcast and why he is a little bit more selective when it comes to the podcasts that he chooses to go on to. Now, whilst he didn't say the specific podcast's name, it was pretty clear to the audience what podcast it was that Aubrey was speaking about. So in the TikTok video that went semi-viral on TikTok, Aubrey speaks about going on to the H3H3 podcast and how he felt like he was used as a bit. Now, Aubrey is a little person. He is a person with dwarfism who attempted to get on to the H3 podcast, a podcast that he was a fan of at the time, to potentially educate the extremely bigoted Jimmy Lee on why his jokes about people with dwarfism are inappropriate and just downright not funny.
So there was a podcast that I was on one time, and it was a horrible experience, and it's why I'm never going to go on another podcast again. And no, I will not be naming the podcasts, even though some of you definitely know what I'm talking about. But they had a segment one time with the podcast owner's dad and some comedian who, mind you, the same podcast is now accusing of SA years later. But the comedian one day was talking in a bit about how he has a phobia of little people. And they were going on and on about a lot of miseducation around dwarfism in general. So I was like, oh my God, this is the perfect time to educate people. We love a good educational moment, especially as a viewer at the time with dwarfism. So I wrote on their subreddit, I was like, hey, I'm a filmmaker and educator. I would love to come on and educate you guys and talk about the dwarfism community and specifically the phobia of little people, since I know that's such a gray area for a lot of people. So the post blew up. All of the fans of the show were like, we would love to see Aubrey on the show. They reached out, and then next thing you know, I'm in the waiting room the next episode to talk to the comedian and the podcast owner's dad. And I thought this was...
Yo, I've been rocking the sniper with 0 attachments on. Let's see what I can do with it. Higher power is all... You can't even get any higher. This is the LR762 Butte. I'm going to see if I can get it to not sway so much. See what I can do. Let's see. Let's check it out.
It's going to be an educational little moment. but I was coming on to be a bit. They essentially had, leading up to my appearance, a whole compilation of this guy, all the times that he said publicly on the internet that he's afraid of little people, and just a lot of derogatory jokes about little people. And then they were like, and drum roll, we have a little person to surprise you. And they brought me in with basically no warning.
Now, in this section of the video, Aubrey states that he was brought in with no warning. Now, this one sentence has become like a huge cause for contention when it comes to discourse online, with people assuming that Audrey meant that he was not aware that he was going to be going on to the podcast to confront Jimmy Lee as well as Ethan Klein's father, who both seem to equally share this really bigoted point of view of little people. However, when you put it together with context and actually seeing the footage of the altercation that took place on the H3 podcast, you will actually find that the people who had no warning was Jimmy Lee and Ethan Klein's father. They were unaware that Aubrey was going to be having this discussion with them. So to me, it was somewhat understandable that Aubrey would kind of feel a little bit slighted about the fact that the guests weren't prepared. And I genuinely believe that the context was correct. Aubrey was brought in very much like, well, guess what? We've got a little person for you, and they're gonna talk to you about why you shouldn't discriminate against them. To your face. It was quite clear to me, at least from the outset, that this was less of an educational moment as it was a moment of entertainment. It's that same entertainment value that a lot of people felt when Gideon went to the most racist town in the US to confront racists as a black man. Like, realistically, bigoted people like this aren't going to find any kind of common ground. So the altercation is basically seen as entertainment for the audience as well as for the people who hold these very narrow-minded views.
And the whole bit was basically just about having a little person go against two guys who were just talking about how little people, what are they gonna do? Kick you in the shins? And then brought me in. And it just really solidifies the fact that, one, I'm a class act. Because y'all, I wanted to cuss them out, but I do believe in digital footprints. And mind you, this was in front of like 50,000 people watching live. And because what you're not going to do is pretend like just because I have dwarfism that you can suddenly start making jokes as if I'm not a grown man who pays taxes and like has a life. Shame on you, weirdo. But to, again, I'm an educator. I do believe in trying my best. And I did what I could. They weren't willing to listen. They weren't wanting to listen. The whole crew was just laughing the whole time. And it was like an out-of-body experience. I definitely disassociated for maybe 30 seconds because I was like, it's very strange watching something that you consumed for so long and then finally being involved in that circle and then just realizing you're there to be a joke. Very weird thing. And it really, now I'm so conscious of what I say yes to and the things that I say and participate in. And the only podcast I listen to now, because I ain't listening to that anymore, is Do We Know Them? Because we love the girlies. And one of them actually has a child with a disability and talks so openly and respectfully about that. And then also I listen to my own podcast because I love the sound of my own voice. Sorry, some of us have soothing, calming voices that's enjoyable to listen to. But don't worry about me though. I'm doing better things. At the time I just started working on my documentary, and I was also told them that I would love to talk to people about that.
Unless you're like a piece of shit or a
documentary about little people that actually hired little people behind the camera and in front of the camera in the first place, you know, because of issues like us being constantly used as like I'm scared of little people and the experiences that we have. But that fundraiser, it took a long time to reach our goal, but we finally did a couple months ago in the summer, which is really exciting. And also, I'm still hot, so, and the podcast owner now is crashing out on the internet publicly, so, how things change.
Now, it's clear that Aubrey was looking retrospectively at what took place all those years ago and basically seeing the current controversy that Ethan Klein has found himself in and his subsequent crash out as some karmic justice. However, Ethan Klein, during his hiatus, would go onto Instagram to say the following: "Enough with these weak-ass call-outs, trying to cash out on H3 hate. This shit's not paying out anymore. Fuck this dude. We have insane amounts of receipts to disprove everything. I see you trying to erase shit too. Don't worry, I have it all saved. Why the fuck would you make this video? Jake Doolittle levels of self-owning. Enjoy the new year, dipshit. Man, this dude is gonna look so effing dumb when we're back. So obvious with this comment, he's scraping for any clout he can get from this new wave of H3 hate. And he always start talking shit the minute I'm on break too. Just a little coincidence. So in response to this, and likely knowing that he was going to be featured on a segment of the H3 show, Aubrey decided to take to TikTok to basically explain why it is that he felt the way that he felt. As well as basically saying that the podcast was pre-recorded, that there was lots of information and context that were left out. He encourages the H3 team to show the entire recording, as well as making it known that there was frequent usage of slurs towards little people.
Hi everyone, I'm going to talk about this once and then we're moving on. I posted a video today about a podcast appearance that I was on 2 years ago, and although I did not disclose the name or the podcast that I was on, the viewers have figured it out. So I wanted to address the comments and questions in the recent Instagram post that Ethan Klein made about me a few minutes ago. This is a deeply personal and important topic for me, so I wanted to take some time to set the record straight and share my side of the story. There's been a lot of conversation from Ethan Klein's fans about me trying to clout chase by sharing this story, which again, never mentioned his name, and that I'm trying to capitalize off of Ethan's current situation. That couldn't be further from the truth, so I wanted to make this video to explain everything in full context. In 2022, I was the listener of a podcast, and with one episode where they were talking about phobias and fears of little people, and proper wording for people with dwarfism. At the time, they were using slurs that most of us know are not appropriate, but I figured it would be a great opportunity to see if I could get on the show to talk about the proper verbiage and to educate people on dwarfism. As someone with dwarfism myself who experiences in-person and online harassment just because of the fact that I have a disability, I was hoping that this appearance would help bridge the gap of understanding and start some meaningful dialogue. Unfortunately, during the episode, I was subjected to ableist jokes and comments about little people that made me really uncomfortable. I kept my composure and smiled at the time. It was really hurtful, to be honest. I didn't even know how to process it in the moment, except for doing what I do best, which is putting a smile on things and trying to spin it in a positive direction. Immediately afterwards, I emailed the crew asking if I could come back on the show during a live segment to talk about what I wanted to talk about in the first place, because I was worried that just the segment we had filmed would leave a bad taste in people's mouths and make them assume that I was part of this joke that I was never keyed in on. So I was on the show again a few days later after the segment we had pre-filmed aired, and they played it again and then had me come on to talk about it. And I just stayed positive because I was hoping that if I was positive and I was focusing on the good, that people would forget about the segment essentially. I was hoping that by focusing on kindness and grace and showing empathy, that would go farther and people would remember me by that as opposed to what happened during that segment. Ethan and the crew talked on the show, that episode, the live one, about how they had to edit a lot of stuff down, so I hope that maybe one day they'll release the full video so that you can see all of the jokes that I was subjected to that didn't even make it into the final cut. After the episode and the days following, I posted on the subreddit thanking the host and the crew for having me on because I wanted to focus on the positives, which was that the audience was actually really lovely to me, and I think really understood the message that I was trying to convey despite having to fight people who just were refusing to see my humanity during that. I didn't want to stir up controversy because I had no followers on the internet at the time, and this podcast and the host had millions of followers, and I also hadn't fully processed what had happened since the segment just had come out. So I figured if I stayed kind and positive, that people would focus on the educational purpose of my appearance as opposed to everything else. As time went on though, I reflected on that experience more and more. I realized that these ableist jokes weren't just one-off harmless jokes. They were a part of a larger pattern of influencers on YouTube and social media using their platforms to perpetuate harmful jokes and ideologies about little people.
Now, it was quite clear to everybody that Aubrey was speaking retrospectively, and I have to keep saying this because it seems as if nobody on the H3 cast can understand what it means to look backwards at something retrospectively and change their mind on positions and behaviors that took place. It's almost as if Audrey isn't allowed to change his mind.
Just the super ironic part, especially coming from H3 here, is that you can make an extremely strong argument that the only reason why they are disrespecting Aubrey at this level is because he's a little person. And it's ironic because Ethan says that any and all criticism of Israel is anti-Semitism, and it's not true. You can make an incredible argument that is far from the truth. And at the same time, you can make a better argument than he's making as far as saying that the term Zionist is anti-Semitic. You can make a much, much, much infinitely stronger argument that what the fuck he's doing right now is bigotry against little people. Straight up. If he wants to throw, if he wants to be the fucking pearl clutcher as hard as he's being, you can make it. It's just the fact that, but it's just whatever. He's so stupid. He doesn't even realize what he's talking about. With his Islamophobia and now like this like phobia against like little people is fucked up. And and like the fact that he tries to play like, I mean he throws like these people like, oh, you're just a bunch of SJW shit, and he literally does even worse with a worse argument with Zionism. Like, I'm the biggest victim in the world if you call me a Zionist because we're committing genocide. Fuck off. I'm so done with this asshole. Ethan's cooked. I hope he puts the shit out and it fucking just flops and it gets ratioed to fucking hell, and like everyone hates it and he just fucks off the internet forever. What a bitch. You'll see him on fucking you're gonna see him on LOLCOW, his new favorite fucking podcast. That's on Ethan on LOLCOW live right now. 5th or 6th or whoever, however many people are down there. Get on LOLCOW, Ethan. That's where you belong, you bitch.
About the way it is he feels about that past episode in 2022. Like, if we're keeping it a buck and a bean, girl, I used to be a big old hoe back in the day. There are people retrospectively I wish I never slept with. For instance, there are a lot of bigoted comments and slurs that Ethan Klein has said. In the same light, there are lots of things that I'm sure that Ethan Klein retrospectively does not agree with. For instance, he retrospectively apologized to QT Cinderella for the way it is that he portrayed her on the podcast. He's made it quite clear that he doesn't agree with the behavior it is that he displayed, and he disagrees with the...
Well, that's fucked now, since he like gave another laugh recently when they were looking at that video. Again, literally laughed. He's just an asshole, that's all it is. I don't know what the fuck happened. Something snapped in his head after October 7th and he just turned evil. His evil card fucking flipped. Piece of shit. Sorry for interrupting, Paige. You are stunning. You're way too young for me.
The jovial nature of how he did that segment. So please explain to me why Ethan Klein has the ability to retrospectively look back and disagree with past actions, but Audrey Smalls can't look back on his appearance at the podcast and not agree with the circumstances of how it took place. It's giving very much rules for me and not for thee, and it's just a H3 hypocrisy. We are very used to this by now.
Now Ethan is claiming that he has proof that I was okay with the appearance, and people are upset because I've deleted the posts today on Reddit and Instagram celebrating the appearance. And that's honestly just because those posts don't accurately represent how I feel, and I feel that they're being used to invalidate my experiences and to ignore the fact that there was a lot of ableist rhetoric going on, that the segment was harmful, regardless if people think it was a joke or not, and that those posts are not proof of anything but those moments right after the podcast where I was trying to stay positive and pivot in a more positive direction. For those calling me a clout chaser or saying that I'm hopping on a hate train because the host is currently under some controversy, that is just so far from the truth. I've been speaking about this for years now and never once mentioned the name or the podcast, which would be something you would do if you were looking for clouts. This is about advocating for fairness and respect, not about hating or canceling people. I understand that fans of the podcast may feel defensive or upset, but I urge you to see it from my perspective as someone who is subjected to hurtful language about literally my body and the way it looks every single day, and then to have that put into a video form with 1.1 million views as of today. Just because one audience might see a set of jokes funny or harmless doesn't negate the fact that they can be harmful to the larger disability community. There is no timeline for when you're allowed to feel uncomfortable by a situation where, regardless if you want to admit it, ableism was perpetuated. And I think especially at the time, I think it's a very normal experience for people to have, to sometimes freeze up in the moment and go, I'm just gonna play along because I just want to get out of the situation and I don't want this to be forever how people perceive me. Which again explains why I was trying to be so positive afterwards and thankful. I never want to burn bridges with anybody, which is why I thanked the crew, still thank the podcast host for allowing me the opportunity to come on. I know some people are also asking, why didn't you tell them you were uncomfortable? Why didn't you tell them to take the video down? And I would encourage you to think about power dynamics and how those come into play when someone like me, who's already marginalized and harassed and made fun of on the internet, who has no platform, telling someone with millions of followers to take a video down. And mind I tell you, I did say that I was uncomfortable with the episode that we filmed, which is why I wanted to come back on again to kind of start anew. How many times have you been at your job and maybe your boss or manager has said something to you that you have not agreed with or not felt comfortable with, but you didn't feel like you could tell them directly, hey, don't do that again, please? Power dynamics are a real thing, especially when it comes to influential figures. I thank the people who continue to fight against ableism. It means the world to me knowing that so many of you care so deeply about things like this and want to see an equal and inclusive world for all where nobody would find jokes about phobias of disabled people and our bodies appropriate or comedic, or something that should be platformed. And despite the comments on Reddit being made about me in an ableist way, despite the DMs and messages that I'm getting and comments on these videos, I encourage you to move with kindness in response to them, because there's not going to be any good done by fighting fire with fire. I love you guys. Keep going.
And honestly, Aubrey, I literally couldn't have said it better myself. There are numerous different things that have taken place in my own life that I look back on and think to myself, I wish I had no part in that. However, when Ethan Klein responded to this finally on the podcast on their comeback show, Ethan Klein's receipts of how it was all okay and he was definitely on board with everything was showing extremely heavily edited clips of the podcast show itself that Aubrey was on, as well as numerous different direct messages, emails, and correspondence between the H3 show producers and Aubrey prior to him coming onto the show. Again, the show where Aubrey shows up and it is the guests, Jimmy Lee and Ethan Klein's father, who are surprised by Aubrey's attendance.
And I thought this was gonna be an educational little moment, but I was coming on to be a bit. They essentially had, leading up to my appearance, a whole compilation.
That's an outright malicious lie. That's provable. I don't know why he's doing this. It's disgusting, especially considering like his whole point is like activism. And I feel like it was actually like a wholesome good moment.
Activism?
And I mean, in terms of like teaching people about like a prejudice against little people. That was, you know, and to imply that that wasn't the intention and that it was to bring him on and humiliate him or something, it's just a malicious outright lie that I will prove to you, but I'm going to continue watching his video and then I'll show you everything we've got.
Of this guy, all the times that he said publicly on the internet that he's afraid of little people, and just a lot of derogatory jokes about little people. And then they were like, and drum roll, we have a little person to surprise you. And they brought me in with basically no warning.
Why?
I mean, no warning.
Why would you say that?
That's crazy.
When it's so... There's so many receipts, dude. Like, what are you doing?
You guys don't
This
remember?
is so embarrassing.
You don't remember us dragging him in?
What does he mean, no warning? Like,
I don't know.
Like we had him blindfolded and we walked him in?
The warning existed. It was in writing.
We're going to show you guys. You're going to laugh when you see all this.
What are you doing?
The part that pisses me off, though, is like, it's such a transparent attempt to cash in on all the people that hate me on TikTok. Like, it's so fucking transparent, bro, that it's pathetic. It's honestly pathetic, man. And so, you know, what I said at the time when I made a story about this is like, this shit's not paying out anymore. I'm not gonna sit here and let you lie about me. Like, fuck you, dude. Let's get to the receipts, you guys. All right.
Keep saying that.
Here's the original post. Let's go through this. Of him.
This is so fucking stupid, bro. I'm not just gonna let you. What is this? About your pride, tough guy? let it go. Who gives a fuck? Honestly, if like look at Hassan. He's just kind of like, whatever, bro. And you're just like triggered. The trigger meme that you created is for real, and you've lost the irony of it, and like proves that like the world should probably just end, because the fact that you can't see the irony of the triggered meme, and then like you've become that, you haven't even realized that. The human brain is troubled.
Him saying he wanted to call in. Let's take a look. Ethan.
Fuck out of here.
I'm an actor with dwarfism. I'm currently making a documentary comedy special about disability hate group on YouTube that's been cyberbullying me for over a year. I would love to call in tomorrow during the Tippy Toes segment and chat about Jimmy's little people phobia and dwarfism representation. The context, by the way, was that we were talking about how fucked up of a movie Tiptoes is. Aubrey Smalls volunteered to spend a day with Jimmy and change his mind about the dwarfism community. Maybe I can even get him to donate to our movie that has multiple dwarves in it. Thank you for sharing this. Isn't it amazing the impact representation can have on people's lives, outlooks, and how they treat others? Many people I meet admit they have zero knowledge on people with dwarfism, and that's not their fault. Over 100,000 people are born with dwarfism every year. To average height people, but all we have is what? Munchkins, Oompa Loompas, Peter Dinklage in Game of Thrones? I'm trying to give people more reference when they think of little people in Hollywood. Since Hollywood is still putting us in the Dwarf Villager 1 category, I decided to write our own movie while telling a true story about my experience with online harassment due to my dwarfism. I, Aubrey Smalls, volunteer. But okay, fair enough. Saw your post about potentially calling into the podcast during the Tiptoes stream to discuss dwarfism representation in Jimmy Lee. Now, unfortunately, the Tiptoes live stream didn't exactly pan out as expected, but we wanted to reach out for another option. Tomorrow, we're filming an episode with Ethan's dad and Jimmy Lee in an old couple sort of situation, and we'll need to confront Jimmy again, notice the word confront, about his problematic jokes to see if we can get through. It's cut off there, but I'm assuming to him.
Yeah.
The clips we want to ask him about is the dwarfism jokes from the previous appearance of his. We tell him specifically what we're...
Super specific about what we were doing. Totally transparent.
Like Jimmy had sense...
Fully aware.
I forget what he said, but it was something really super offensive to little people.
Mm-hmm.
We had talked about it. We had acknowledged it. And we had told him
You
specifically
notice that
what it was.
Ethan's like being
Now,
super crazy.
what we wanted to
careful
ask,
say
would you be
little
interested
people.
in calling in to discuss with him
Because
why
he
his
said the
joke
M
might
word
be
funny.
offensive?
Dick hole.
We'll totally be there to back you up during the conversation because he has to chill out a bit. Haha. If you're not comfortable with this, we totally understand.
Not
Another
funny.
option would be just send in a video message and we can play it for him during the recording. Would you be interested in either of those options? We're taping tomorrow around 12 p.m. Let me know. Thanks so much for reading and looking forward to hearing from you. So again, we gave him not only the option, we told him exactly what was going to happen.
Yeah.
He was going to come in, he was going to confront Jimmy Lee on this specific joke.
That there would be a compilation of his previous jokes, and then that we would confront him about it, which is exactly what he cited as being like, you know, him not being in the loop.
We blindsided him.
Yeah, we blindsided him.
He responds, hi, hope you're doing well. Thanks for response. I'd be totally down to call into the chat with them, and I'm available tomorrow at 12 p.m. PST. Perfect. Thank you so much. I will shoot you an email tomorrow around 11, and we can set up a Zoom test, and then we'll be looking forward to chatting on the show. Thanks, Aubrey. Talk soon. Sounds great. After the show, Dan sent him a thank you.
After the recording. Hadn't aired yet. Keep in mind, this is just we
was not
recorded
live.
it. This was not
in the
live.
tank.
Yep.
Hi, Aubrey. Thank you for calling in. That got a little spicy, and we appreciate you trying your best to educate and inform using the platform. Not sure how it will resonate with Jimmy's long term, but we definitely going to debrief with him and talk it out. Hopefully it wasn't too much for you. They're more resistant than expected. We will keep you posted on when it will come out. Thanks again, and let me know if you have any questions. Aubrey said, thanks for having me. Such an honor to chat, even though I know things got awkward for everybody. I would honestly love to chat about calling back in to talk about what the Reddit post was actually about. I was really inspired by the outpouring of support from fellow H3 listeners who are rooting for a positive discussion on dwarfism, the dwarfism representation outside of Jimmy's comments. I'm usually not so serious, and neither is the project I'm making. It's more surrealistic, artistic, educational content than anything. Haha. I know we didn't have a chance to do that today, but I've seen the positive impact H3 has had in the YouTube atmosphere, and I would love to chat about the chance to push the ball forward for the community I know and love. Plus, Ethan the other night said, disabled people are heroes, and I agree. There are so many iconic people with dwarfism out there that your listeners seem to be down to talk more about. So I wanted to see what your thoughts were on this. Let me know what you think. He seems to like me.
Yeah.
Yeah. He seems to respect me at this time for these, you know, interesting. Now I'm crashing out. He's getting his revenge on me because I'm crashing out. We would love to have you call back in. We are editing the episode together for next week, as we have a guest tomorrow, so it'll likely be out next Friday. And then once it's out, we would love to debrief and talk more about your post and project. Once our editor finalizes it and we lock in the date, I'll be sure to let you know ASAP. You're the best. Talk soon. Hi, Aubrey. I know it's about a bit last minute, but is there any chance you'd be available to call in today? We're currently live and we'd love to hear from you. I would love to. I'm watching now. Oh, he sounds like a big fan.
Uh-huh.
Thank you guys for making it happen and being so cool. You guys rock. Please let everyone know how thankful I am, he said after the show. Dan said, appreciate you, Aubrey. So does our audience. They were so thrilled with your call. That was great, and we're all thankful for the insight you provided. Best wishes and good luck on your project. That sounds like a horrible fucking experience we had.
Yeah, awful, huh? We abused
completely blindsided. We made it, and what a joke we made out of him.
Me and my team were actually able to find the original clip, and even one of the producers of the H3
I mean, he was trying to be nice, right? Even like, say it went bad. Say it was bad. What do you, is he supposed to just be like, fuck you, bro? This was bullshit. Eat my dick. He was like trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. But then after further reflection, it was kind of like, actually, that was a little fucked up. And the fact that you're being like, you're only bringing it up now because like I'm being an insufferable piece of shit and trying to attack San / the pro-Palestinian movement / socialists in general. And then he comes out and is kind of like, yeah, that was a little fucked up, actually. Considering all this other fucked up shit he's doing, after some reflection. But he wasn't he wasn't pissed at us, bro. He wasn't pissed. He wasn't fucking like, what the hell, man? You blindsided me. That was bullshit. He was trying to be nice, man. He knew, he figured that you had good intentions. But considering what you've been doing lately, maybe it's like, maybe he didn't have good intentions, actually. Considering how such a piece of shit. A genocide apologist. You can go ahead and all day long say how much you support Palestine. Your rhetoric is straight up genocidal rhetoric. And if you actually think you are pro-Palestinian, one of the dumbest people, and that's saying a lot because there's a lot of dumb. I mean, we're talking. Terrence Howard's out there. You're like Terrence Howard level stupid. Sorry. If you think you're pro-Palestinian after saying all this shit and attacking Palestinian activists, pro-Palestinian activists, that's some double think ass shit, bro. You can't live on two worlds. Shit.
This
H3 podcast show stated that they really had to heavily edit and splice it so that the content itself was even usable, kind of lending some validity to Aubrey's version of events, that it is a heavily edited piece of production.
I hate fucking midgets, man. I don't want anybody sniffing around my fly unless they're serious.
I need to confront you on something, okay?
I know which one it was.
Which one?
I don't like midgets, Ethan. I can't hide my feelings. Don't get mad. I just never liked them.
The word midgets is very offensive, okay? We don't use that word anymore.
I thought it was a pretty good joke. Jolly Roger liked it. Pretty funny. It's just an old style joke. That's really all it was.
What'd you think of that, Gary?
All right, so we planned an intervention for the whole midget thing, and I was expecting my dad, to kind of ride for the social issue. He thought that was a highlight reel. He's clapping. So just brace yourself, guys. Go easy on my dad, please.
Some classic offensive humor. I think it's very clever and very smart, because if you're going to go after a minority group, who is less apt to hurt you than midgets or little people, right? You make fun of other groups. They have big, serious, threatening people, not midgets. What are they going to do? Come up and kick you in the knee or something? That's
okay. I'm really glad you said that, Gary, because we actually.
Okay, so clearly he failed. He failed the test. But actually, the worst part is, guys, what comes next. And boy, I just noticed their face. And
in the role of a lifetime, Gary.
All right, I'm just going to play it. Everybody, tighten your sphincter.
Actually have a little person on the call. They've been listening. And so Dan is going to bring them in right now, and we can sort of open a dialogue here. Okay. So this is Aubrey.
So far, so good.
Gary.
Hello, Aubrey.
Hi, Gary.
How you doing?
How you doing, kid?
Yeah, love you.
Oh, well, thank you.
Even though you think I would come up and kick you in the shins.
Well, I have pretty low shins too, so.
And you guys are both pretty short, so I wouldn't really be coming after our community.
Ooh. We knew we wanted to get him on the show. This is him, legend. And this is what we did, and I'm so sorry. To him, of course.
Yeah, to him.
But let's see, does he break through? Let's see.
Jimmy, the comments that you made, you weren't really serious. Like you don't actually dislike little people, right?
This is an act. It's
Exactly.
And I'm a loving, big-hearted, nice guy that does a comedy act, and I don't mean anything I say. No, it's just intended to laugh at ourselves, Aubrey. That's all it is.
Right. No, yeah, I am.
I love how Jimmy's thing is always, we got to laugh at ourselves. It's like, who's ourselves? You're consistently slamming other people only.
I've been performing since in the entertainment industry, in the circus since I was 4. Now I do stand-up comedy. Trust me, I was not offended. And I think I could tell it wasn't really a serious comment to begin with. Do you actually know any people with dwarfism?
I have patients.
Okay, who are little people?
And I didn't do that joke on them, Aubrey, in the office, by the way.
Oh, I know, Jim.
Because I'm a dentist in the office, not the comedian.
You come from a very different generation where there was very different representations, obviously, of little people. Even medically speaking, doctors used to still use the word midget, even though there is no such thing as a midget. We are people with dwarfism, and there's hundreds of types of dwarfism. So my only question was just if you do know little people and you're not really scared of them, but do you see how maybe that would have like real-world implications for a group that has no representation, that is ever shown in a sexual or violent manner? So I'm saying, even just as a comedian, I really just don't think that's the lane you want to go down.
Okay, I got you.
Do you see how it's nothing about if I find it offensive?
I understand.
I don't think you're that person, but as someone who's literally making a movie right now about how YouTube allows people to follow us around who sometimes are minors and go around calling us all of these names, but that aren't even names that that are reflective of medical condition, literally just a slur. Like, I just figure that you are someone who doesn't actually hate little people.
I don't hate anybody. And Zach's been telling me to quit for years. I may have to take his advice.
I don't think you should quit, but I definitely think you should realize that comedy can be sustained without literally using someone else as a punching bag. And I think, what do you feel? You can be honest, Jimmy.
No, I have plenty of other jokes. I don't have to use the midget joke.
Everyone can be joked about. I just think it's the offhandedness and the fact that you're just quick to move on to another joke where I get followed in stores and I have someone online literally who's been stalking and threatening and harassing me just because I have dwarfism. He calls it Midget Wednesday. And I just don't think you would want to be associated with that.
No, I don't. I'm going to let that one go.
Jimmy, this is an iconic conversation then, you realize.
Well, I'm not ever going to do a little people joke again. We're going to knock that off the dock. We're letting it go after listening to you.
We appreciate, your perspective, Aubrey. It's been very informative and enlightening, and I hope it's resonating.
I love talking and arguing. If I ever came across a certain way, please don't think you are not offensive in the way that you talk about little people that I hear every single day. So it's not about being offended at all.
It wasn't harmful intended. I just do comedy.
I love it. And again, I'm the comedian, guys. You don't know my humor too, so you don't know I could be just as. But
you can make fun of a Jew. I'm right here. Just don't shoot me.
We don't even make fun of everybody.
Two Jews planning a fire.
Two Jews walk into a bar.
There's lots of other content out there, and that's what I would just like to say as my final.
Well, thank you. Thanks.
Thank you, Aubrey.
Please look up DearAverageHatePeople.com, making a documentary comedy festival about that disability hate group because YouTube just doesn't care enough to protect small creators. So it's DearAverageHatePeople.com, and we're raising money right now to finish the film. Jimmy, you would love this. It's a comedy special, Jimmy. We're making fun of ourselves. We're making fun of everybody. The point is to bridge the gap between people like you and people like me.
I want to say one thing. Me and Guy are going to say together. We love you.
Yeah, what he said.
Thank you, guys.
Aubrey,
Yes.
thank you. It was great.
so much, Aubrey.
Thank you.
So
Take
much,
care.
Aubrey.
Good luck.
Whoa, that was better than I thought. I mean, Jimmy I think, okay, there was a lot of finessing.
There's a lot.
You actually finessed that to making it look like Jimmy learned a valuable lesson.
Yeah.
It was a bumpy conversation, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of back and forth. I had to cut a lot for the sake of brevity, but it'll be in the final cut there.
But that was nice. But ultimately, in the end, actually, there was
Matt,
some progress with Jimmy there swearing off little people.
So Ethan Klein didn't go out of his way
right
to show
now,
full
but-
context of the conversations and the original recording, which should have been able to squash any questions that people had
AI
about
makes me
how
so
this
fucking
conversation
depressed.
really went down. So he gives us heavily edited
got this
video
weird-
footage and correspondence between Aubrey and production.
I've got this weird complex where I think I only show up for the end of things. Like my first job, like the place closed down while I was working there. And it just, that kind of shit just happens. You guys show up for the end of shit. I feel like I'm possibly showing up for the end of the world. Hello, hello. Oh. Am I hearing you? Hearing me? Actually, it might be. No, my controller's working. Can you hear me? Hello. There you are.
I can hear you now. There it is.
What's happening?
Not too much. What's going on with you?
You know, just getting through it, man. Getting through it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty lucky, dude. Like, I was able to do laundry today down in the laundry room, down in the basement. So I'll be able to like go to work tomorrow, no problem. You know, be able to shower in the morning, have clean clothes. You know, it's it just.
Dude, yeah, you could have been like out on the streets. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah, I probably would have had to.
Close call.
I would probably had to have went, and I've got a friend in Joliet. He has an extra room. I probably would have went down there and stayed with him until I figured out what the hell I was doing. I would have like not been easy for work and such, but yeah, I'm pretty lucky. I think like even people who like in this building whose apartment like didn't really get messed with. If the apartment feels pretty barren, the apartment building, I think most people have left. Fire department was here today. I was really worried I wasn't going to get laundry. I guess like the fire department was here looking, inspecting and shit like that. So I was like, can I even like do anything? You know, I mean, I'm just lucky that like I can sit in my apartment. You know, I mean, the biggest issues going on right now. It still smells pretty smoky out in the hallway, and it's freezing in the hallway. Because I don't know.
Oh shit!
I don't know if the heat's working out in the hallway, and there's been a lot of people coming in and out, and they've been leaving the front door open, which
Jesus,
which is like I'm not that into it. I actually like someone had like a door stop there, and I took that shit out. I was kind of like, people are here, like we need some kind of, you know what I mean? It's like I know like people are moving shit in and out, but it's kind of like you can't just leave this door open. I'm sorry, you know, like
yeah.
So, but it's I don't know, dude. My cats are chilling and sleeping, doing their thing. My one cat's puking again, but still seems to have an appetite. So I'm gonna. Everything sucks, bro. You want to play some Call of Duty?
Sure. Let's do it.
You get challenges?
Yep. All the challenges.
What do you want to play? You tell me right now.
It can be any. No, let's go to any map's fine.
Map is fine.
Just generic stuff.
Second, you want to change it or want to jump into a new town?
All right.
Word. Oh man, how's your day?
Ooh, pretty boring. I didn't. Whole Foods.
Ooh.
And yeah, I don't normally go there, but had to return.
Where are you getting at Whole
Amazon,
Foods?
and they're owned by Amazon.
Oh yeah, they
just
are.
returning something. Yeah.
Returning it something from Amazon at the
basically-
Whole Foods.
Yeah, because they're owned by
Yeah,
Amazon.
yeah, that's
you know that. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, they have a counter in the Whole Foods where you can return packages. Sometimes they make you do that.
That's weird. Yeah. Well.
But yeah, it's all right. It wasn't. It's like a 15-minute drive. It's not too. So I went over there, did that.
I never like loved something I hated so much. Amazon is like they're horrible to the workers, but goddamn.
Right.
What a convenience.
Dude, I know.
Like they've got that one on campus.
The environment. They're
like,
bad for.
It's bad for everything.
They're bad for book writers. They're bad for books, but I can't help it.
But the fact that I can get a giant box of
You know what
Monster Energy drink delivered to me in the same day is
yeah.
Whew, it's big. That's big.
Excuse me.
Bless you. That might have been the first time I've ever heard you sneeze while playing Call of Duty. We've been playing.
Right?
Your immune system must be excellent.
Yeah.
Or you like just good with me. I am.
No, not good with not good.
I'm good with the mute button. I don't want to be hacking in your ear after I take a hit.
Okay, I gotta wake up.
I am just about to enter Master Prestige, and I'm pretty happy about that. And I'm working on my final sniper. Well, not final. More snipers in, but last one available. I grind, and I'm on my third pistol. Shoot, dude, This pistol sniper combination is sick. And as soon as they put the large map into Warzone again, which I think that they're gonna put in Verdansk from original Zone. As soon as they put that in, I want to jump in with a pistol sniper combo, and I want you and I to get some victories. You and I to get some victory royales. If you're down.
I see you.
And like, still got 100% deep. I've not forgotten about that.
Yeah, let's Wednesday's our day, right?
Did we decide on that? Wednesday is DMZ day?
I think so.
DMZ Wednesdays?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm cool with that.
Alright. No way, we know it's coming, if there's research to do, we can kinda get that done.
We should have we should have a master class day scheduled as well. We should both watch the same ones, and so it'll kind of force us to watch them.
Right. Yeah. I was gonna I have it on my list to watch one tonight, but I'll see if I have to listen.
Will Rachel watch them with you?
Huh?
Will Rachel watch them with you, or is she not interested?
Oh, it probably depend on what one. But yeah, that's probably true. She probably wouldn't mind. We should have did that last night, as a matter of fact. I should probably stream it to my TV set.
Yeah, if you can.
Way to do it. Yeah.
I mean, since you guys are usually watching some.
Right. Yeah, we were just watching garbage last night anyway. Should have done that. Should have thought of that.
That's my biggest issue. Why I can't get through shit, because I get really bored watching shit by myself. I like to bounce ideas off others, and like I don't have that chance. I'm just kind of like this, something else, or at least like creative stuff like fiction and what. I can watch like news and politics and shit like that by myself. That's what I would usually watch by myself. Or like drama, true. I mean, there's a bunch of shit. What am I even talking about? I don't know what it is, man. I think it might be. I might have just an issue with fiction in general.
I get it. I go through phases where I just have no interest in fiction, and I like to write fiction. So it's kind of weird that I would be like that. But I actually am reading a book right now, a fiction book. But most of the time, I'd say like 80% of the time, I'm reading nonfiction.
What are you reading now?
Enemy with Semtex.
I think I told you before. His name is T. Corgeson Boyle. He's the one who wrote The Road to Wellville about the Kellogg family.
Right. Oh, you did tell me about that. Yeah, excellent.
Yeah, he's a quirky writer. He's kind of a counterculture guy. He's a really good writer. He's really fucking good. Everything he writes is pretty much fucking.
Yeah, The Road to Wellville is. I haven't read the book, but.
Yeah, I didn't read that one. I didn't even see the movie.
The movie's really good, actually. Anthony Hopkins is, I think, stars in it. Yeah, it's really good.
Ah.
You don't get too like explicit with it. It's like there's a, like, you know, but it's a trippy movie. You ever see the movie 12 Monkeys? Bruce Willis and
oh yeah, long.
Yeah, super long time ago, right? I used to love movies like that, dude. Like, brain, your mind is fucked after watching this movie. Bullshit. Like, I literally can't handle that shit anymore. Like, real world's fucking insane enough. So, like. But at the same time, though, fiction is obviously can teach you some things about the real world as being reflections of, or symbols of real things.
Find another way.
I can't. There's a book. I can't remember. They made a movie out of it too. I can't remember the name of it. It was by I think a Swedish author. It was about this like basically like about this future where like people are trying to like get off of Earth because of environmental issues or something like that. Like there's this transport going to like Mars or something, and there's one of these transports get like it gets pushed off course somehow, blown out basically into like unknown space, directionless, right? And like the whole story is about like the people on the ship and going through this thing where they're like, you know, don't know what's happening, don't know when they're going to actually encounter anything. And like the despair and like the different ways people take it. And I just discovered today that's like, oh, this is like a metaphor for like life, because there's like this one like character who's like a doctor who's like basically like drinking themselves to death because they're just kind of like, yo, we're fucked, like we're not gonna hit anything, we're gonna float out here forever. And like it's kind of like, and I totally related to that character, and I'm like, oh shit, this is about real life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Like it.
Anyway,
cool.
I'm on the surge again. Of course, if you.
Hold up.
I'm gonna try to remember.
Realize.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just I have to get full auto kills, and I'm sitting there using a marksman rifle.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Are you cool with Hacienda? Do you need another map or?
No, this is fine.
Right now I'm doing pistols and snipers, ammo grinding, having a good old time. I think I do enjoy playing DMZ. It's very stressful, but I still do enjoy it. But I think multiplayer is keeping me from like just going off the edge.
It's a good escape.
It's the only.
Right out of reality.
It's the alternate reality, the only alternate reality I'm really into. Oh, did you see that video I sent you? The Elon Musk fake gamer shit. It's probably
yeah, I watched it.
Happy hunting.
Beginning capture.
This is gonna this is like actually like the dude who made that video was Elon Musk fan. He's he's not a hater, like he was like into it, but he's also like a huge Path of Exile player, which I don't know if you got it from the video, but like Path of Exile is basically like a super hardcore version of Diablo, and he claims to be this like one of the world's best Diablo players, and like he's got the super high level Path of Exile player, but he doesn't. Just seeing like dudes who like play that game, who, like know the game, like seeing him playing, just be like, dude, you have no idea what you're doing. This is obvious dog shit, and it's like it's hurting his image.
Fucking fake it. It's such an idiotic thing to do, especially with people who know the game. It's like, come on, dude.
That's the you know what, but like,
how do you expect to get away with it?
Exactly, because honestly, it's like the only way like he would only get away with it with people who like obviously don't know the game at all. You know, or understand like action role-playing games and shit like that. But like, so like, and it's a pretty niche. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's fairly popular. You know, but it, like I said, it's like the hardcore version of Diablo. So people who like Diablo and hardcore, and that's you know, it's kind of what it is. And just him thinking he can just bullshit his way to fake it till you make it.
Payback.
Like, through like with like some of the like the nerdiest gamers you can possibly get. You know, he probably could have got away with like, not if he was actually playing. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a way that he can like cheat on Call of Duty. Like he could probably like get like aimbot and shit like that. Like he was cheating or something. But Just going in there with like the nerdiest gamers possible who are gonna like see all like just see the bullshit.
Controlling Bravo.
It's hurt his image. It's pretty funny. He might be out of Doge because of this, in my opinion.
Crimson One taking the objective.
So what is he doing? Has he got people playing the game for him? It
Yeah.
sounded like.
Yeah, basically what the evidence is saying that he's
at
got
a
someone.
meeting and someone else is playing.
Yeah, he's got people in Asia because like all this shit's happening on Asian servers, just playing the game 24/7 and leveling him up to the highest possible. Because basically what they're saying in that video is they're like, to get to the level where he's at, you basically have, because the game's only been out for like 3 months, so to be where he's at, like you would have to have played the game like for hours and hours and hours. Like,
Yeah,
and
give me a
if you're the
break.
busiest, richest person in the world in the first, most people can't do that. Even if you're the richest person in the world, like I couldn't do that. I could not play. I play a lot of games, and like if
Stamina to
I
do it,
really tried, I'd maybe be able to do it. It would be difficult. This dude is supposedly has shit going on.
Yeah. Right. He was spending all of his time at Mar-a-Lago not that long ago.
Yeah, dude. It's like there's no way. But he's trying to play it off like, oh yeah, and he's talking bullshit like, oh, I know what I'm talking about. Anyone who actually knows what they're talking about is like, dude, this is embarrassing. This is a classic case of what the kids would call cringe. It's just like, dude, bro, stop. You know how much more respect you would get if you're kind of like didn't know what you're doing and admitted it, and we're like low level, like I'm just trying to play this, but like this is fun, this is cool, you know. But if you sucked but we're honest about it, people would be like, well, that's a good gamer attitude. You know, we all know you're busy. We don't expect you to have the greatest, highest level, character possible.
Right.
And that's fine.
Yeah,
because most people can't grind. Most people can't even grind it like that, even if like just normal regular people. Like the top, like in that video they're talking about like the top players, and showing like how much these guys stream for just like tens of hours of this game, and they're just like slightly lower where Elon Musk is supposedly. And it's insane. It's just not possible. It's just not adding up. And it's embarrassing. And it's just like
he must just be on something to make him think that he's like he can fool everybody. You know what I mean? He's like big on ecstasy and stuff like that.
He must be so fucking deluded that he thinks like at least this demographic of people are just gonna give him a pass because Elon is like such a brutal miscalculation. You don't fuck with gamers, dude. They're the most cynical fucking group of people you can possibly run into. And if they smell bullshit, they will wreck you. Like, what the hell is he thinking?
Yeah. Right.
What an idiot. Like, this is his worst move, man. Even though it seems super small and dumb and about a video game, like this has done more harm for his image than so far. This idea that like, oh, he's like a fucking genius. He's like he knows everything. He's like fucking Iron Man or some dog shit. No, he's an idiot. He's full of shit. All of his business ideas.
Just from the.
Go ahead. Just from the what?
Yeah. No, just he doesn't have the time to do that. To be that.
It's just silly.
No way.
Taking Bravo underway.
And I don't know what it really means at the end of the day. The fact that he thought he can get away with it, but it's embarrassing. It doesn't get any more embarrassing. And he is old. I mean, he's. I mean, we're both younger than Elon, right? I know I am, but like you're younger than Elon too, right?
No. No, I think he's younger than me, actually.
No way.
By a little bit.
Maybe by a little, but you're pretty close. But like, what, dude? You can play. You can be a decent gamer at that age. Like you don't have to fake it. You know what I mean? You can actually play. You might not be the best, but as long as you're kind of like, yeah, I'm real about it. I'm actually doing it. Like, everyone would be cool with it. Like, everyone, like, would be respect him more. Like, so, like, there would be no problem right now if he was like, yeah, I never get to play this, but I'm trying, I'm grinding, I'm learning.
Right.
You know, people are like,
Right.
yo, I relate to that. You know, but he's like, no, I am the greatest player in the world. Now let me demonstrate my skill. I don't even know what I'm doing. Embarrassing. It's like, dude, stop. It's why?
Bring it in recon. Bravo zone secure.
I don't.
Steve Bannon is out to get Elon Musk, according to a Google Yahoo News story I saw today.
Oh, really? Yeah, he's pretty pissed. I mean, it's the HP1 visa situation.
Right.
It's like it was like the opening, you know, move as far as the obvious. I'm just glad that these splits are happening now, and hopefully will be a sign of the coming 4 years, which I hope are a disaster, not like the fascist apocalypse, which I'm fully expecting. I hope it's a comedy of errors and just some tomfoolery and mistakes and people just getting pissed off at it. That's best case scenario. Worst case scenario, fascism. People like, you know, like a picture of Trump in every household, and like military fucking parades, and war against China that will destroy this country. But waged by. Oh, just go ahead. Sorry. Which article?
Go ahead. No. Finish your.
I was going to say, but this isn't going to be done by Donald. This will be done by Barron. Because it'll only be Trump's children that will be in charge of this country.
Yeah.
Losing Bravo.
Anyway, please.
Oh, I'm just reading this article. Somebody passed me it. I don't think it's new, but it's called "Why the Last 10 Years Have Been Uniquely Stupid." It's basically pointing to basically the the 2010s is like when social media and really started fucking making everybody, you know, hate each other in this country, and sowed a lot of division. And
I mean, there's a lot of validity to that argument. But I mean, there's
super fractured.
The fact, I mean, you know how like, I mean, it's pretty like silly now. People are even talking about like flat Earth. This has become like a topic of discussion for some reason. People still believe right now, but this actually flared up like 2012. Like this is a trend that began like just over 10 years ago, and it started on YouTube with misinformation videos going around about the idea that the Earth is actually flat. And the only reason why shit like this takes off, the only reason why MAGA takes off, is just because of the just the state of the education system. You know, it's the fact that critical and the fact that most critical faculties are
losing Bravo.
Disrespected at best. not appreciated in the current climate.
Everybody has their own truth, you know, and it's not good for society.
So absurd.
I might have the best play, I'm not sure. Let's see.
Nope. No, it was Thundercats. Of course it was Thundercats.
Edged me out.
All good. Thundercats was on top.
Oh yeah. Look at them.
Get them, Thundercats. My parents wouldn't let me watch Thundercats when I was a kid. You're probably a little too old for the Thundercats. You may have been like a teen at that point. As a kid, Thundercats. They didn't really have a very good.
Objectionable about it.
I think my parents let me watch He-Man because there was always kind of like this like moral at the end of the story. You know, they're like, and they wouldn't let me watch G.I. Joe either because of the characterization of it, despite the fact that they had learning is half the battle lessons, which I did learn how to stop nosebleeds from G.I. Joe when I was a little older, like slightly old enough to watch it without my parents knowing.
How do you stop a nosebleed?
You squeeze that
Tilt
nose,
your head
man.
back, or-
No, don't
Squeeze
tilt it back. You squeeze that mother.
Oh.
Squeeze it.
Okay. Thanks, Joe.
And knowing's half the battle. G.I. Joe. That was awesome. The 80s is.
Well, my brother's. Yeah, my brother he's 5 years younger than me. I think you're 10. So like I was just aware of some of the stuff, you know, because some of the same things you're talking.
Innocent time. More innocent times.
For He-Man, there used to be a show when I was younger, Thundar the Barbarian.
Oh, dude, hell yeah.
Remember that one or ever hear that one?
Definitely. I was definitely in the He-Man generation.
Favorite.
Neutralize all threats.
Anything with barbarians is cool.
Hell yeah. My parents were pretty strict. My dad was they were pretty strict. They weren't like
Claim the
shitty.
advantage. Now hold it.
The hell. Watch that shit. So I picked it up later.
Did your father do that the whole time he was alive, or did he?
No. He actually
do something
fell.
else?
He had like some weird falling out with. He also had some crafting work. So he did some crafting. He had his big crafting.
Oh fuck! Camping. The guy camping in the hangar by the.
Snipes out.
Oh shit!
Given up the lead.
He might have left.
Oh no, he's still there. Oh, and he just got me too. What is he using? God damn, I didn't get a kill cam. He's definitely using some autumn. Makes me mad. Oh, there he is. Got him. Come on. Good shit on.
The lead is ours.
Nice try. Just took the lead.
Heads up. That's a mover.
As the same guy, someone with the same skin. Air traffic control tower. Oh, I just shot him through the wall. You dumbass.
Oh fuck! Strip. Text.
It's back. I just
Distance means nothing.
that was an easy.
It's simple ballistics.
Keep coming up there, please. Keep going up into the air traffic control tower so I can snipe you in the face. Oh, wait, they spawn. I'm gonna get up into the floor. Show this fucking guy how it's done. Yelled. Oh no, he's dead. They're near the bus or the one. Oh, he's sniping. There's not a sniper. Shit. Oh, there's someone right below the tower shooting. Oh. Smaller building. Oh no. All over the place. Oh shit, oh shit. Someone's got a fucking, what you call it? Archangel.
Molotov out.
Shit. Oh no. Spawn, thank you.
Fuck.
We claim the advantage. Now hold it.
Enemy grenade.
Spawning behind the tower. I don't think. Oh yeah, there's a guy up there. There was a guy up there. He's inside yellow. Dead. Dude, I'm sniping like I'm fucking Squad style.
Heads up, frag.
Oh.
You're falling behind, Crimson.
This guy. There's a couple. Covering the spawn. Oh,
Knock it off,
I
genius.
had trouble getting.
Damn it.
Oh, nice, nice. You got that guy. Just one of the spawn campers.
Shut him in the fucking face.
It's what he deserves. Guy in the tower. Oh, he got me. Sack of shite. Again.
Engaging hostile.
Sweet, sweet revenge. Oh.
Kill.
I think you and I, either you and I calling like play the game, it's probably my new favorite at the moment. Just like that was play the game. I kind of love it.
Our track record hasn't been so great though.
Hey, but it's not perfect, but it could be worse. I'm telling you. Very few can call play the game.
They're not getting up.
It's like some Babe Ruth bit on your home
yeah,
run.
right. There you go.
Target confirmed. Silly you.
This one.
Thought you could get away.
Burnt out Jeep. Shit.
Tally.
The lead is ours.
Oh, buddy.
Hey, cooler off the trigger.
Neck and neck.
Oh, I saw that 2 or 3 of them in the hangar. Oh no! Screw mine by the back. Got me. Six. Roll one.
Time's nearly up. Close it
Nope,
down.
there's a sniper out there.
Oh shit. Oh! Oh, he's good.
Hey, don't make me return fire.
Gives a hole in your face for you.
So I got you.
This is a sniping. I always end up pulling out my sniper. Same thing with what's the one with the like that stealth bomber? It's very similar to this one, but it doesn't have like a tower. What's the name of that?
Now you're dead. See how that works?
What?
Oh, what is it?
Oh god!
This one's
Team
all
top 2
theirs.
though. It's basically a win. And they didn't get to 100. Oh no! Come on. Look at this, dude. Take thermals out of the game. Cheater.
Yeah, you don't see it too often, really.
Not in this one. I would use the shit out of this in the Modern Warfare games because like there's like no color and it's impossible to see people. So I would use the Drexum all the time. In this game, yeah, in this game I have like no problem. If you're basically cheating, if you. We're pushing Nate. You got time for more?
Yeah, I could do one more. Why don't we do Nuketown?
Let's do it.
I gotta get my trophies done still. I got everything else.
Let's do. Check something super quick. I'm about halfway through. Headshots on this final sniper. The LR762, highly recommend it. Might be even better than the last one I was singing praises about. Which one? What was it? Wait, did I just put this on? Sorry. Yeah, the last sniper I was telling you about was the AMR Mod 4. Incredible. I'm starting to think the LR762. Insane. Like when I'll set up when I get my sniper set up, so I'll go into the shooting range and see where on the body you can get a one-shot kill. And with this gun, you can kill him with one shot. Like if you hit him just in the gut, upper thigh, even. I still got you, right? Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. You hear me?
I'm after all the stress of this week, I tried up and like, yo, my apartment was burned down this week. One day off.
Yeah, it's a sucky, stressful event.
It's more sleep. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've slept plenty, but I think I can use thousands of hours of sleep.
Taking this objective. Where are you going, mate?
Knocking on the objective.
Enemy Molotov. Watch out.
God. Let's go.
Lock it down, Charlie. Losing Alpha.
What?
Charlie, locked down. They're taking all go. Losing Charlie. We lost Alpha.
That's a kill.
You've fallen behind. Bravo zone secure. We've taken control.
Five banger.
We lost B.
Echo, let's get a UAV in the air.
UAV established overhead. Control Bravo. UAV MCL 50%.
Are they? Jesus. And like, cave back by A.
Thanks for the work. UAV equipped.
Contacts down.
They're in our spawn. I just spawned right behind.
Taking A.
He was turned the other way.
Capturing. Keep an eye out.
Losing Bravo. Location secure. Maintain curve line.
Come on.
I've been getting pretty mean with the Molotov.
Lost A.
If someone's laying on their belly, like in a corner somewhere, and you slap a fucking Molotov on them, feels pretty good. You hear them cooking, pop, 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 dead.
Captain grenade site. Capping the objective. Stay sharp.
Indicating waypoint.
Here.
Nice. We're pulling ahead.
Nice, we're pulling ahead. Yeah, dude, I've blossomed as a sniper player in this game. Yeah, I'm a sniper butterfly that came out of his cocoon.
Damn it. Lost the lead. Taking out.
Oh shit! Oh.
Jedi master of the snipe. Oh fuck, dude. Oh my god.
One with the sniper.
Bravo lost.
Shoot a sniper like a virtuoso plays the violin.
Come on. That's great.
I'm trapping him on A. Trying to kill him.
Oi, enemy grenade.
Shit.
Take B.
Let's fail.
Bravo dart.
Oh, watch out for that. God, dude, I feel I feel like it will kill you too easily when you try to blow up either like a spring mine or a blast thing. So I just, because I saw one and I shot and I felt like I was sufficiently far away from it and it killed me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like you can't avoid the spring mine. It's like if you see it, it's like you're already dead.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes if you can somehow, very luckily, or I don't even know how, I mean, I'll be able to slide away from it sometimes. Like try to get like, you know, make distance quick enough. But yeah, sometimes it feels like it's on. But I think if you actually like take it out, like if you shoot it, it shouldn't kill you with the same radius. It shouldn't be like you ran into it if you shot it. Especially at a decent distance.
Found the bloody mole.
Shit, I think this guy's got. Yeah, yeah, this guy's got fucking took him out. Thank God. Yeah, he had the sleeper agent on. He's running around looking blue. But I guess a couple hit markers on him. Like, oh wait, you are dead. You're tricking me. Another. I don't know if you run into too many of people using sleeper agent. But your aim assist still works on them. So if you are running by someone who's blue, but your gun gets pulled on them, yeah, take them out. That's an enemy. They're using sleeper agent.
You didn't think I'd let that go, did you?
And if you're using, I don't know if you ever use tracker, but I use tracker and they'll leave a track too as well. Spawn, but ooh, I'm burning them up. Get Molotov. How was that? Oh, goddamn Archangel missiles. These things are hilarious. I don't know why.
Losing A.
Oh.
Take a Bravo, one away.
Shit. Oh. Oh, there's an assassination with some kind of evil-looking hyena. It's got eaten. You know.
They're gone.
I think I might just got it. Best play of the game.
Here we go.
I'm calling it.
Calling it.
Oh. Come on.
Yeah, this is not close enough for me.
Losing B. Incoming frag.
Good to see you, fucko.
Shit.
Tack on.
When I got cocky, didn't ya? Losing B.
Starting to catch up.
Shit. What's off on B? Burning them up.
Losing Alpha.
Shit. Shit. They're on A. They're on A with me. I'm not still one. Oh, God. How did I survive it? Okay. I really enjoy the quips from the characters in this game.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're probably some of the best. You know, outside of like the licensed content like Ash and Rambo and shit. This one's got some good stuff, just some of the generic characters.
Keep an eye out.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look after the guy again. Call him up, see if I can get some more nausea medicine. Fed him earlier, he threw up. Now I'm just begging for food, and I put down some treats. He's not eating them.
Oh no.
Stab it.
Grenade coming in.
Requesting care package deployed. Hostile UAV established over.
Requesting recon above.
What the fuck's going on out there? Tighten up and
I'm really consistent when I come
Losing A. Bravo is on.
so in the morning we'll see. If I get home from work tomorrow.
Scout pulse detected.
Or, a 2-day in the row puke.
We've lost Alpha.
The shoulder together. It's fixed. Shit, okay. Sounds on me. Oh, God.
Really? Oh, so close.
Dude, you are, dude. I don't think that there's been a game that you and I played together that you. Oh.
There was in the beginning. I usually suck at the beat. Did I get? No, I didn't get played.
No, that didn't happen. You're the first.
Target down. Assaulting through.
Catches O'Houlihan. That's actually pretty good. There's a bad one. His Mama 21 is a bad one. Let's see.
All right. Well, I think I did the challenges somehow. I pulled it off.
Yeah, I'm done. Ooh, I just finished Master Prestige. Congratulations, you've mastered Prestige. You've been granted a Prestige Master Ribbon. You may now level up to level 1000. All gameplay content will remain unlocked. Continue to level up stars for your ribbon and more rewards.
Wow. Oh, hell yeah.
Oh.
Nice. Well done.
Oh. The last game of the night. Oh,
sweet.
I gotta thank look at my
the academy
orange now. So that means you're a master. That means you're in the top echelon of Call of Duty weirdos.
Nice.
I'm sorry.
Awesome. No, great.
If I was getting a reward and had to thank anyone, the only person I can think of would be like, thank you, John, for fighting along with in these Call of Duty streets. Hey, cool. Hey, tell Rachel so what's up.
Baby.
Have an excellent evening. Right. Thank you.
All right.
If you're not busy tomorrow.
All right. Will do, man. Have a good night.
You too. Later.
All right, Leo.
Where he is A-okay with everything. Not deterred by this whole situation, Aubrey then went forward to ask if he could go onto the podcast to speak about what he wanted to speak about, which was his production that he was doing. I think it was some kind of comedy show with disabled individuals, and he had like a website called Dear Normal Hype People or something of that nature. So I guess even from that alone, that kind of gives me the feeling that Aubrey didn't feel like he got all that he needed to get out of that podcast segment. The H3 team allowed him to come on a second time. He was able to plug his show, and I guess he went on feeling a little bit more confident about the situation between himself and the H3 podcast. However, retrospectively, in 2024, 2025, Aubrey feels like he made the wrong decision, which, for goodness sake, he is entitled to. A decent human being would just turn around and go, oh shit, I really didn't realize I made you feel that way. I felt like I went above and beyond to try and make you feel comfortable, but I didn't. I fell short. How could I make this better? But no, not Ethan Klein. He's going to talk about it on his podcast, attack a member of a marginalized group who has struggles of which Ethan will never ever be able to fathom, and then police them on how they should feel about their own presence. But don't forget, guys, Ethan is a good guy. But the interesting thing is that Ethan Klein has literally a patented history of referring to little people by terms that are either outdated or completely inappropriate. Like, this has been a running bit for Ethan on his show for quite some time. Like 1 year ago when he called Big Nick a troll, a demonic little troll and troll-like.
He's such a fucking hateful.
Oh, that's Big Nick though. He's a piece of shit.
I don't say troll because of his stature. I don't want to joke about that. That's just not a fair thing to laugh about. I say that like in the sense of like a troll.
The small jokes were so much that Dan had to jump in and try and save his ass by saying, well, some trolls are big.
I mean, if you Google troll and you go to a drawing of a classic troll. So, I mean, here you go. You know what I mean? Just a demonic little troll. And little...
Trolls are oftentimes depicted quite large in fantasy literature, such as the stone trolls that Bilbo speaks to until daybreak comes, and then they are turned to stone by daylight.
That's right, they were big.
Yeah.
And that big motherfucker that broke into Hogwarts, he was a troll.
There it is.
Big motherfucker broke into Hogwarts.
And just to clarify, I'm not talking about these trolls, which are very small. in stature and quite strange looking.
Right.
These are not the trolls I'm talking about when I call him a troll.
Right.
Then Ethan went on to call Big Nick another slur for a little person, consisting of the letters I, M, and P. Little trickster demon, short-stacked imp goblin vibes, and little demon.
All right, well, that was Nick. Sorry, Taylor. Didn't mean to platform that. Imp. Have we done the imp thing with Big Nick already, or is that uncharted ground?
I reckon, yeah, he's talked about imps before, but maybe something new.
No, but just that, like, I would call him, he's like imp-like, but not because of his size, because of his, like, because he's like a little trickster demon. But an imp demon.
I just know Dan's in the bathroom and I'm nervous.
Me too.
Here's what an imp looks like. They're like a little winged demon. And that's what he's like.
Those are cooler than him, though. Come on. Demons are cool, dude.
Imps are dope. Those are low-level demons in most MMORPGs.
Come back fast, Dan.
I was just saying. Oh, I was just asking if we'd done the Big Nick imp Discord.
Short stacked.
Big Nick's that short stack imp goblin vibes. All right, I'm out of this. Thank you, Big Nick. We love you.
Oh, I see where we're going.
Then we have Ethan Klein making the same joke about, is Munchkin a slur? 4 times in the past 1.5 years. He does this on July 12, 2023, January 24, 2024, August 26, 2024, and November 15, 2024.
Many people are saying many.
Can you say Munchkin? Because that's more of like, that's like a whimsical creature from Wizard of Oz.
Munchkin isn't offensive?
Well, I guess calling a little person a munchkin would be offensive, but I'm saying like just change it to be about a Wizard of Oz munchkin.
People are saying mini matzo. That's not bad. Mini matzo.
Yeah, but he's considered a munchkin. He's coined a munchkin. I don't know. I don't know politics in Oz.
Is munchkin a derogatory word?
No, written in Wicked. It is a part of that world. I don't know about this world.
Wizard, I think if you would call a little person a munchkin, they'd probably be upset.
I think so too.
Munchkins are like it's like Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. You know what I mean? They're like mice in Oz.
So is the word munchkin from Wizard of Oz, or does it predate Wizard of Oz?
You know, I don't know.
Because if it predates it, then it's derogatory in the Wizard of Oz.
Munchkin etymology.
They use that term munchkin for food. Donuts, but there's munchkin donuts. So does that gotta go away?
It's from the munchkins depicted as a race of small childlike creatures in Frank Baum's The Wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Oh, he made it up. He's good. That's pretty impressive by him.
Yep.
Munchkin.
Say that. Is that a bad word? Munchkin?
I don't know. I think you can call him anything.
How would that be a bad word?
I don't know.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but a munchkin is a fantasy character. He is not an actual creature.
It's what. It's just. Hold on. I'm gonna look into this. What is a munch? Oh, there's a shopping thing called a munchkin, so it can't be that bad. Baby products and accessories.
Yeah, I buy a lot of their stuff. It's just a
brand. You do? Okay.
I think I'm no expert, but munchkin is not a slur.
Yeah, isn't it like a term of endearment or something?
I just thought it was like a little.
You little munchkin. No.
Okay, so it wouldn't be nice to call a little person a munchkin. Makes sense.
Okay.
But Jack Doherty, you can't call him a munchkin.
Is he not a little person?
He's very little.
He's a person.
But Your Honor. But he's a person. But I don't think he. I don't think they would want him in the ranks of their community.
Is he a small man? He looks like a munchkin. Is he a small in stature guy?
Zach Ryan?
Yeah.
We're wondering what his height is.
Yeah, a small man.
On Ethan's bid here.
Can we?
Oh, sorry.
Well,
I don't think so.
No, he's right. How old is he? Can we say munchkin?
Oh shit.
Munchkin? Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
It's not. He doesn't have a condition.
No. I'm making a joke. Yeah. But is he small in stature? I guess. Oh, okay. So he's not a small guy.
What's his height?
5'10".
5'10".
Yeah.
If you called a dwarf a munchkin, that would not be okay.
Yeah, that would not be okay at all.
Yeah.
No, little people.
Yeah, we love little people here on the show. Nothing but respect.
Nothing but respect.
My team was also able to find another instance in April of 2022, where Ethan is speaking about 2 of the main people of Selling Sunset, which is a show about like real estate in LA and all that. Anyway, the 2 guys who run the estate agent business are shorter men, to which Ethan Klein regards them as 2 little munchkins.
The 2 owners of the brokerage are these little munchkins, and they're so creepy. They only hire like young, beautiful women, and then they date them, and they're the 2 little munchkin popsicle kids, and they're just so disgusting and creepy. And so like I like that it was centered around that. but the new season is just fucking awful. I can't watch it.
Now, since this whole situation took place and Aubrey has given his thoughts and feelings on attending the H3 podcast and how he retrospectively feels about it, Aubrey has been brigaded across all of his social media. He has received 2 strikes on his TikTok channel, putting his TikTok monetization and channel at risk. Not saying that that is 100% attributed to H3H3, but the timing is very interesting.
This account is sadly at risk of getting banned at any moment. I randomly received 2 strikes and my other main account was hacked and is now permanently banned. So if you wouldn't mind just taking a second to follow me on YouTube, I just started posting again on that channel and I'm hoping to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of this month. And I'm also on Instagram at Aubrey Smalls, and I would love to get in touch with you guys there. So sorry to see this account go. I've had so much fun on Dorfist history, but hopefully we'll see you guys soon on some of those other platforms.
And a person on the H3 podcast subreddit literally like soft doxed Aubrey. And considering Aubrey's whole reason for going onto the podcast was to shed light on a situation that was extremely important to him, how little people have been disregarded in society, and how there is like a group of people who harass little people on YouTube, only for Ethan in 2025 to come through and do it again. Now, granted, that post on the H3 subreddit was taken down by moderators. However, Ethan Klein can't use deploy the "oh, my audience don't attack people," because yes, they do. It is a patented history. We have seen this for years and years on end. It's actually one of the biggest reasons that I fucking dislike you, because you literally never, ever go out of your way to just tell your audience, hey, don't do it, stop. If anything, you've just exasperated the situation. So with Aubrey's feelings of how things went on the show, the limited and highly edited receipts it is that Ethan Klein has produced to the audience, and the patented history of Ethan Klein using some really nasty slurs about little people, so much so that it's turned into a running gag and a bit on the show.
Oh man, on Ethan's bit here.
Can we?
Oh, sorry.
I don't think it's weird for Aubrey to have felt that he was used in that particular situation, retrospectively. But Audrey was not... Have I been saying Audrey or Aubrey this whole time? If I've been saying Audrey, I'm really sorry, I meant Aubrey. However, Aubrey isn't the only person to have caught that Ethan Klein smoke on his comeback tour. Introducing a person that I deeply respect, Mika's Rhetoric. Okay, so the Mika's Rhetoric situation is slightly different because Mika's Rhetoric didn't actually release anything whilst Ethan Klein was on hiatus. She made her video sometime before the break. However, Nicholas Diorio came across it and popularized the content. In a video titled, "Ethan Klein Gets Exposed by Crazy Woman She Fears for Her Life." In this video, Nicholas Diorio basically watches Mika's Rhetoric's video and fundamentally dislikes the content, not just the subject matter and material, but just the overall production of how Mika does her videos.
Going over a Ethan Klein exposed video that is about 70,000 views from a smaller T-channel content creator. Now, this person knows who I am. I don't remember who they are. I guess we've had some interaction in the past. It's something that's come up. You probably saw it in the intro clip. The reason why we're looking at this today is because it's a brutal video. Typical T-channel fashion, it's mostly just a conversation that doesn't have supplemental clips. It gives the person an opportunity to lie, and they do that a lot in this video. The choices in argumentation are horrendous, and probably the most obnoxious part is the entire video is cased in, "Oh, I'm afraid. Ethan Klein's community is so brutal, guys. I don't know if I'm going to have a career tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to get doxxed." And it's one of the most disgusting, degenerate ways to shield yourself from criticism, to just come out here and make these broad claims that you're in danger because you're talking about, like, I mean, if you don't want to talk about drama, don't talk about drama. It's absolutely pathetic to open a video like that. I have no respect for people who do this.
What I will say is, whilst I understand the lack of structure to Mika's videos can be be a little bit annoying to people who like structure. As you can tell, I'm a girl who likes structure. Mika's videos are more like podcasts. They are intended to be listened to and raw and honest, almost as if you're speaking to your ADHD friend who can't stay on topic but will always get to the point eventually. Now, that style of content may not be for everybody, but I just kind of don't like the idea that people are like, it's bad content. No, it's just not content that you jive with. Now, one of the biggest issues it is that Nicholas DiOrio pointed out in Mika's Rhetoric's video is that she has a lot of disclaimers before she starts a video.